And we welcome you live here to the Brevard Sports Network. Hello, everyone. I'm Jackson Robb. Alongside me tonight, as always, is Logan Pettit as the second half, really, of the season truly begins tonight here from Commodore Stadium as the FHSAA state playoffs start here tonight. And Brevard County sends 10 teams into the postseason. And, we're ready to go for a big 3S rematch here in the opening round of the playoffs with the 2-seeded Eau Gallie Commodores hosting the 7-seeded Merritt Island Mustangs. Once again, hello everyone, I'm Jackson Robb, and with me again is Logan Pettit. Logan, big one tonight in a rematch from earlier this season when these teams played. What are we looking for in this one?
Yeah, well, we were talking about it before the game, or before all this got started, but it's kind of be two different kind of styles of play as well. Eau Gallie really likes to play hard-nosed defense and run the football, and we watched this Merritt Island team a couple times. They like to spread it out, air it out, kind of distribute it in a different number of ways, and it's going to be an interesting dichotomy to watch and between these two teams. And you said it, these teams have already played. It came down to 1 point, and it's tough to beat a team twice, in any sport, but especially football. And it'll be fun to watch this one as we get the rematch. And this one really means something, being it's you win or go home.
Yeah, for one of these teams next week, they'll have a new date on the calendar to mark. For the others, it'll be on the next season, and this will be the end of their season. And especially when you play these games in county, me and Alan talked about it last Sunday when the brackets got announced. You love these games. You don't have to travel far. You get a team for some of these you've already played this year in Brevard County, especially like these two already district foes in Eau Gallie and Merritt Island. And now you get to do it in the playoffs. Now you get to do it for your season. And, there's nothing better.
It's easier to get tape, too.
Yeah,
when you're playing an in-county team. You already have tape on them, but, you play most of the teams in the county. You have a lot of mutual opponents. Easier to get some tape on
as here you see
teams.
Merritt Island coming down the field. As Merritt Island takes to their sideline, and we see Eau Gallie getting ready. The Commodores on the heels of their first district championship in school history. In the FHSAA level, as they defeated Rockledge and finished at 9-1 this season for Eau Gallie. They're the 2 seed, as I said. According to the FHSAA, they're ranked number 17 overall in the state of Florida, number 3 in all of 3S, and they're a 2 seed. So unlucky draw with the region there, as we see Eau Gallie take the field here. They're again 9-1. Their only loss coming to the Cocoa Tigers earlier this year, which, if you had to take a loss, the number 1 team in the state is just fine. And they've outscored their opponent's season 283-86. They're one of only, I think, 1 or 2 teams in Brevard this year that have allowed under 100 points. So this defense is strong, led by the interception leader in Brevard County, Xavier Larice. One of the tackle leaders in Caden Davis with 106 tackles. Larice, by the way, 7 interceptions. And the Oregon commit, Sandman Thompson, on the D-line, and Brennan Brown as well. As for Merritt Island, they come in at 6-4, outscoring their opponents 301-161, ranked 164th in the state, 26th in all of 3S, and the 7 seed in the region. So there's a quick breakdown of these two teams, and I'll go more in depth down the way. Again, earlier this season, 12-11 was the Eau Gallie win. Back in a crazy week in Brevard County when we had monsoon rains and we had a lot of weird outcomes, but that one was a close one, in which Eau Gallie won in the closing minutes as well. Merritt Island was up late, so just because of those seeds doesn't mean that it's going to be a blowout. I think it'll be just the opposite in this one. We should have a great one on tap to start the playoffs here on the Brevard Sports Network. I know Cocoa is already live. They kicked off at 7 last time I saw before we went live. It was 10-0 Tigers over the Eustis Panthers. Eustis, a team that beat Merritt Island in the last week of the regular season to get their playoff spot. So a little comparison there. And speaking of, Merritt Island will kick off to start this game. The first 12 minutes fresh up on the clock. And man, we're ready to go here. I'd like to shout out all veterans out there. Happy Veterans Day. Off of school today for all these student athletes. And, Veterans Day is officially tomorrow.
Observed today.
Yes. Chase Karpowicz is back to kick off here for the Mustangs to start the playoffs. Both these teams heading back to the playoffs. Both were here last year.
Look at the ball.
That's flat on the ground.
Playing like a watermelon.
And Karpowicz does hit it towards the sideline, and it rolls out of bounds. That'll be a kick out of bounds. Now, Logan, that play looks familiar to me because they ran that against Satellite late in the game and actually recovered it. at the end of it. So they went with the same play, trying kicking it down the line.
Yeah,
but
they sealed the victory against Satellite doing something similar there. I mean, bold way to start the game. You really got to hit it right if you want to make something happen there. That one just a little too much speed on it, went right out of bounds, and now Eau Gallie is going to have really good starting field position here.
Well, now a point in that for Merritt Island. Avoiding kicking it deep to Xavier Larice isn't a terrible idea.
Yeah, Larice or Welch. I mean, they've got two studs back there returning the ball, but
first sponsor tonight will be Crickets. Logan will tell you more about them at our first break in the action. First down and 10, Eau Gallie here to start the playoffs, as they will start at their own 42-yard line. As at the helm, Jamari Crooms, 1,089 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions on 58% completion. First down and 10, they're going to play fake, throw one. It's caught to the outside, and that's going to be a quick first down for Eau Gallie to D.L. Hardison, their lead receiver, coming in with 365 yards.
And they've kind of got an embarrassment of riches at the receiver position as well. I know they like to run the heck out of the football, and they've got kind of thunder and lightning in the backfield with Welch and Williams, but got some darn good receivers out there as well.
And they're going to go right up the middle here on this one. Tay Welch with the carry. He's on his feet still churning the legs. And that's going to push it inside the Merritt Island 40 already for another Eau Gallie first down. Tay Welch is Eau Gallie for the Commodores. Tay Welch, as I was going to say there, according to Max Preps, the lone 1,000-yard rusher this season in Brevard, and, well, the county's leading rusher with 1,029 rushing yards on 100 carries. It's averaging 10 yards per carry.
Yeah, you see it right there. Good push by the offensive line. They've got Sandman playing guard up there. Big offensive line, able to move some people, and that really helps a running back.
First down and 10 here for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 37-yard line. Great ball movement. They're going to run a little jet touch pass here on a quick sweep down the sideline. Big running, just pushed out before the 20. And that's going to be another Eau Gallie first down. D.L. Hardison on a little jet touch pass there. And it's going to be a first down and 10 for the Commodores.
Yeah, that's going to go in the stat sheet as a completed pass, but might as well be a run play. And a good job just kind of, they're really mixing up the play calling early. I think they went the same play twice. It was a little RPO action with the hitch on the outside. They hit the hitch on the first play, gave it up the middle of the second time, and now they're digging into their playbook a little bit and just showing everything that they're able to do. 3
plays offensively for the Commodores, 3 first downs. Now they're knocking on the door of the Crickets red zone. First down and 10, handoff right up the middle. Delvonte Williams this time around, and Delvonte will not get far on this one as the Merritt Island D-line was ready, but he does push it inside the Crickets red zone for second down and about 8.
Yeah, and Williams is a guy, he can lower the shoulder and really pick you up the hard yards. I mean, we were talking about it before the game. He looks like a defensive lineman, but I know he's got interior quickness. He's able to move in a phone booth, and that's why they got him playing running back. He's darn good at it as well.
Yeah, for Delvonte Williams this year, 140 carries coming in and 701 yards and 8 touchdowns. Second down and 8 for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 19. Play fake, throwing outside is Crooms, caught to the boundary, pushing for the first, and I think he may just have it. That is Xavier Larice, the super sophomore here in Brevard County, and they're going to mark him just short. So he stepped out before he reached across. Third down and 1 here for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 12-yard line. X-Man Larice, big in the punt return, kick return game, big on defense, the county leader in interception, but he's also pretty good offensively as well. Really plays 3 ways here for Eau Gallie.
Yeah, he's a total ball hawk. I mean, he's an absolute menace in the secondary.
Third down and 1 here for Eau Gallie on their opening drive at the Merritt Island 12. Handoff up the middle, Emmanuel Small. Small breaks free, and he's in. And the opening score of the playoffs goes to Emmanuel Small for his first touchdown of the season on the ground from 12 yards out. Eau Gallie strikes first on third down and 1. And with 9:11 to go in the first quarter, Eau Gallie strikes first.
Yeah, no time better than to get to your first touchdown in the opening playoff game. Good little inside run. Like I said, they've been mixing the inside run up, and then they'll run something to the perimeter. Inside run, something to the perimeter. And that's going to open up that inside run when you really have to defend the perimeter like Merritt Island's going to have to do. And it opened that up, and good job by Small to hit the crease and just keep on going.
And now Eau Gallie on for the extra point to jump ahead 7-0. Kick is up, and it is good. And again, with 9 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first quarter, our score now is Eau Gallie 7, Merritt Island nothing. And, you know, Merritt Island's defense is going to have to play strong in this one. They had a game where they were really holding Satellite at bay a few weeks back, last time we saw them, Logan, and then Satellite exploded and ended up putting up 28 points on the Mustangs, in which Eau Gallie only allowed 7 to Satellite earlier on in the season.
Yeah, and, you know, it was a scoring drive. You obviously don't want to let up points, but I think that's an important drive here. Is all right, we're seeing exactly what Eau Gallie wants to do. They kind of want to play mixed match on their offense. They want to establish a run game in the middle like they do and then exploit the perimeters. And if you can figure that out, you already have a feel of what they're going to try and do and the success they're having on it. Now you get to go to the drawing board and say, hey, you know, this is where we missed on. Let's go ahead and correct this. And you come back out on your next drive and kind of put a stop to it.
And Emmanuel Small draws first blood here for the Eau Gallie Commodores in the playoffs with a 12-yard rushing touchdown, 3rd and 1. Now, leading up to that, they had run 3 offensive plays for 3 first downs. Merritt Island was starting to kind of push back. Again, you hear it. They push them to 3rd down. But then Eau Gallie found it. Good hole opened up, and Small hit it and just shot straight through the gap for a touchdown. And the kickoff here, low drive, bouncing up and return here by Merritt Island. Breaking a tackle, trying to push forward. And a decent return and starting field position for Merritt Island at their own 38-yard line. That was Deshaun Thomas on the return. And now the Mustangs will take it on offense here as we look at their stats. This season led at the helm by sophomore Sean Hartman, 1,615 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions for him. Got some great backs. Chris Kelly, 560 yards, 6 touchdowns. You also got Kasim Ross with 419 yards and 8 touchdowns as well. So they got some good running backs, but they also like to spread that ball out through the air, and they're going to start with an empty set and 5 wide, moving a man across. They fake it to him. Hartman tosses it as he gets hit. Ball's on the ground, still out. Merritt Island picks it up, trying to run with it, and that's just going to go backwards there, still trying to. That's going to end up being a big loss for Merritt Island on 1st down, and that's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's a situation where, first of all, you don't want to fumble against this defense. This is one of the better defenses in the county. But second of all, when the ball hits the ground like that, I understand it's a playoff game. You want to try and scoop it up, make something happen. You got to fall on it in that situation. Just get on it and live to fight the next down.
Agreed, and that's going to end up going for about a loss of 7 yards. 2nd and 17 for Merritt Island at their own 32-yard line following the 1st down fumble. Luckily, they hold on to the possession here. 2nd and long, handoff right up the middle, and right on him is the Oregon commit, Sandman Thompson, filling the gap, and it's 3rd down and 17, Merritt Island.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I get it, run right at him. Two
Yeah,
giants playing in the interior of that defensive line, and Brandon Brown and Sandman Thompson. But, you know, you're running right at them maybe, but you might want to try and catch them in some sort of misdirection and play their aggressiveness against them. But that's going to be tough to run right up the middle against those two.
Split backs, 3rd down and 17 for Merritt Island here on the opening drive. Eau Gallie's defense trying to produce a stop as they bring a receiver closer inside as they put him in the slot. Split backs, 3rd and 17. They motion one out, and they're just going to hand it off up the middle, breaking a tackle. Merritt Island with some room to run, but they're going to be brought down short of the 1st down. Number 22 on the carry. That is Alex Hernandez, and it's going to be 4th down and about 4 here for Merritt Island at their own 45-yard line, and the offense is staying out there.
Yeah,
Merritt Island,
they were signaling that immediately.
going to go for it. Big opening drive play here. 4th down and 4 for Merritt Island at their own 45. They spread them out. Hartman trying with the hard count.
They may end up punting, yeah.
And they're going to end up taking the timeout. So with 7:04 to go in the 1st quarter, Merritt Island takes their first timeout of the half ahead of a 4th down and 4 situation. And Logan, tell us about our first great sponsor, Crickets.
Let's do it. I'm a big fan of their wings, by the way. Crickets Spirit Sports and Food, located in the Northgate Shopping Center off North Wickham Road. Crickets offers everything from darts to billiards to karaoke to live bands and all the TVs you could want to watch your favorite team play, your favorite sport. Daily drink and food specials. For more information, check them out on Facebook or just stop by and tell them BSN sent you. That's Cricket Spirit Sports and Food, and I can personally vouch for their chicken wings, some of the best wings in this county, bar none.
All right. High praise from Logan. And it's 4th down and 4 here for Merritt Island coming out of the timeout. Got a score update. It's 31-0 Cocoa. And it looks like we'll see the Tigers in the next round, to no surprise of anybody. 4th down and 4. Merritt Island, the offense is still out there, Logan.
Okay, I don't know why you take the timeout to do this, but
Man in motion. Again with the hard count. Hartman's going to back up, and I think this is going to be a little punt here. As here it comes. Snap, hold, gets away. And it's going to be returnable. Xavier Larice. Larice breaks a tackle. Larice down the sideline. Runs right into a man. And he'll be thrown out of bounds after a great return into Merritt Island territory. 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie.
Listen, Jackson, I'm all for the quick kick. I don't know about taking the timeout to just go into the quick kick. You could have conserved your timeout there. But when you do something like that, you got to tell your quarterback, hey, angle that to the sideline, especially when you got a returner like X-Man back there. And he had a pretty good boot on it. I mean, if he wasn't there, that was going to roll. But just kind of try and kick it away from the returner. You don't have your regular punt return unit on the or punt coverage unit on the field.
Yeah, you got to angle that one away from Larice. And luckily, he doesn't take it all the way, but they stop him. But the Commodores still with great field position. 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 35-yard line. Crooms turns, gives right up the middle to start. And he'll be brought down after a short gain of about 2 or 3 on the carry. That is Delvonte Williams that time. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 here for Eau Gallie.
And if you're Merritt Island defensively, you'll take that. You're defending another short field here. They're picking up, really like 8-9 yards of play. You'll take that. Limit them to 3. Maybe you can get another tackle at the line of scrimmage or for loss here and force them to a 3rd and long situation. Kind of dig yourself out of this hole.
2nd down and about 7 here for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 32-yard line. More great field position here for the Commodores as they try and punch it into the end zone once again. 6 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. As they get set for 2nd down, Crooms brings a man across in motion. That's Emmanuel Small. They'll hand off up the middle to Tay Welch. Welch bouncing it outside. Welch turns on the Jets, and he's gone. Touchdown, Eau Gallie. With a 32-yard touchdown, it's Tay Welch, the county's leading rusher, doing what he does best, turning on the Jets for a Commodores touchdown. In the blink of an eye with 5:49 to go in the 1st quarter, the Commodores are going to go up by 2 scores.
Yeah, it was a good little play design, too. Just a simple same-side counter. You saw where he paused when he took the handoff. He kind of waited a second, and that allows for your guard and tackle that are pulling around to make their pulls. And then he just kind of follows that tackle that's looping around as the lead blocker, makes one cut, and he's gone.
And they're on for the extra point once again here to try and go ahead 14-0. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 5:49 to go in the 1st quarter of action, our score now here from Commodore Stadium, it's 14-0 Eau Gallie. I think they're going to take us to the water break here. And, well, this is a hot start for Eau Gallie, just how you want it. And while we have a second, Logan, tell us about our next great sponsor tonight, Orange Pest Control.
Let's do it. Orange Pest Control was founded in 2013 by brothers Jonathan and Jason Robertson with one simple goal in mind: to protect families from unwanted pests and provide the best pest control service in Brevard County. Orange Pest Control strives to provide the safest, most reliable pest control and lawn care services to all of their neighbors, giving you the relief and peace of mind you deserve. Orange Pest Control has received recognition for their personal services as well as the Expertise Award of Best Pest Control Companies of Melbourne in 2021. So, if you've got a problem with ants, termites, wasps, whatever, go ahead and give Orange Pest Control a call. You can call them at 321-631-1974, or you can visit them at www.goorangepest.com.
And thank all of our great new sponsors that have hopped on board the Brevard Sports Network here and help support us and bring these games to you guys at home, especially when you get in the playoffs. And we love the support and appreciate it. As getting set to kick off for Eau Gallie is number 40, who I do not have on the roster, unfortunately, here. But if anyone knows who number 40 for the Commodores is, would love to know. And, again, if there's any links down in the chat, do not click on those. And that kick going to be angled out of bounds by Eau Gallie this time. So now Merritt Island will be the beneficiary this time around, and they will take over for 1st down and 10. Again, there's a lot of links in the chat there. Do not click any of those. We're not able to delete them right now, but yeah, do not click on any of those links.
Trolls and bots.
Yes.
Leave them be.
And so Merritt Island will take over 1st and 10. And Logan, I think it's still the first quarter, but 14-0 and a really good Eau Gallie team. You got to start setting the tone here offensively. The opening drive went backwards. You had a fumble early, then you just ran the ball. They made a good run on 3rd down, but Eau Gallie's defense really was the winner of that opening drive for Merritt Island. Now the Mustangs got to set the tone.
Yeah, I agree.
1st down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 35. Hartman will turn and hand off here. No, he won't. He will keep and throw in the flat to Ryder Varus, who gets blown up by Emmanuel Small for a loss. And that's going to bring up 2nd and long. That's their leading receiver in Ryder Varus.
Yeah, just stopped his feet. I mean, he was kind of accepting the blow there. Had an opportunity to maybe move on it. And I don't hate the play call there. I mean, you got to try something. Maybe a little play action, slip out. Maybe if you can catch this aggressive secondary sleeping and pick up some yardage. But you got to do something here quick. I'd like to see him get the ball in the hands of Tobias Semper.
Yep.
We saw him run pretty wild when we watched him play Satellite. I think he's probably your best playmaker on offense if you're Merritt Island, so try and get the ball in his hands.
2nd down and 11 here for the Mustangs at their own 34. Hartman.
I do like what they're doing with the motion and the pre-sap, moving and shaking, trying to get this defense off balance.
And they're going to give it with a little jet touch pass here. Quick move, hitting the gap, and he'll pick up a Merritt Island 1st down. Good run there, and that's the guy you just referenced, Tobias Semper for Merritt Island. 1st down and 10 Mustangs.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Get him the ball in a variety of ways. I mean, they line him up in the backfield. They'll motion him out. Get him on a little swing pass. Get him on a jet touch pass. Heck, line him up at tailback and just give him the ball in an inside zone. But the way he can put his foot in the dirt and hit the hole, he can move the chains for you. And that's something that you're going to need to do. You need to get on the scoreboard and quickly, especially the way this Eau Gallie offense has moved the ball so far.
Semper, 479 receiving yards, 131 on the ground. Hartman going to keep right up the middle, QB draw, and Hartman still on his feet. And he'll run ahead for about a gain of 6. And it's going to be 2nd down and 4 coming up for Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 45 as the Mustangs jump into Commodore territory for the first time tonight, as they're going to take an Eau Gallie player off the field here.
Yeah, they're going to take out Rayshawn Berry, the linebacker. I don't know.
Mouthpiece or equipment, maybe.
Something. It seemed right after the play, but good little run by Hartman there as he's going to spread out. Are they going to take him off the field? No, they're going to some sort of wildcat look, it looks like. You have to bring in number 17, who is not on the roster.
Second down coming up. Quick throw over the middle. It is caught for the 1st down for Merritt Island.
Good throw by the young man. I mean, that's a tough throw.
I believe that's Kevin Verpale.
Okay, well, good little throw by Verpale. I mean, that's tough. Little stick route right there in between 2 defenders and gets it in there. And, I mean, on this drive, it looks like Tyler Murray's offense is kind of using things in a variety of ways. They split your quarterback out wide and put him at receiver. I'm sure they assumed they were maybe going to run the wildcat. And this kid comes in and delivers a seed. And I like what they're doing on this drive.
And Verpale's a solid quarterback. Got a chance to see him a little earlier this season. And he gets a good pass there for the 1st down. And Merritt Island's moving the ball down the field, not too bad whatsoever. 1st down and 10, Mustangs at the Eau Gallie 39 as we have a Mustang timeout here. Again, with 3:35 to go in the 1st quarter.
Let's talk about top-notch training 3-2-1, should we, Jackson?
I think we should.
All right, Brevard's newest and top-notch training center, TNT, offers personal training where their custom one-on-one training plans are designed to meet your specific goals for complete fitness and well-being. Group training, high-intensity group sessions deliver amazing results while you work out with your peers. Support each other while achieving your goals. Athletic custom training regimes designed to help athletes from any sport help build skills and endurance they need to remain competitive. So if you're looking to get in better shape, especially if you're playing a sport right now, go ahead and try and book an appointment with them at 321-345-1460 or visit them online at topnotchtraining321.com.
And yes, that was Kevin Verpale on that pass. And it's 1st down and 10, Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 39. Now, Merritt Island only has 1 timeout left in the half, and we're not through the 1st quarter yet. Just something to keep an eye on. Hartman stepping up in the pocket, lets one fly to the end zone, and it's overthrown. looking for Tobias Semper, incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 here for Merritt Island.
Yeah, Semper needed to keep running there. That was a good job by Hartman to step up in the pocket and deliver it, right before he crossed the line of scrimmage. And Semper had a step on him. He would have kept running. I think he turned his back and saw that Hartman might take off and scramble, but he would have had a touchdown potentially there. Good pocket awareness by Hartman, too. This is a tough defense to move the ball on, and they're doing a relatively good job on this drive.
2nd down and 10 here for Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie, 39, 3:26 to go in the first quarter. Eau Gallie up 14-0 early on. 2nd down, quick handoff, and then it's tucked back inside by Hartman on the read option. And Hartman on the keeper picks up about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 here for Merritt Island.
Yeah, it looked like about a 3-yard gain on the power read. I do like what they're doing with Hartman. You're going to have to get his legs involved in this game. You're going to have to make this defense defend all 11 players, especially in the run game. Not a ton of success right there, but it's really putting it in the back of the mind of this Eau Gallie defensive coordinator. Like, hey, this kid can run as well, so it's something we're going to have to keep tabs on.
I'm not of knowledge of any injuries, but I'm surprised we haven't seen Chris Kelly yet in the backfield for Merritt Island, their leading rusher. Hartman drops back on 3rd down. Lets one go, and it's batted down incomplete there by Merritt Island as Eau Gallie's D-line bats that ball away, and incomplete it is. And it's 4th down and about 8 here for Merritt Island in Eau Gallie territory, and I believe, they should go for it here.
I disagree, and you know how I am with punting the football, but I think in this situation you've given Eau Gallie really good field position on both of their drives. I think maybe try and play the field position here and kind of pin them back, but they are going to go for
and they get Eau Gallie to jump here. So that's going to bring up now a 4th down and about 4 yards instead now, 3 or 4.
That makes it more manageable. Yeah, that's why you do it. You line up there and try and get them to jump. That'll do it too.
And in the second quarter still, Cocoa up 38-0.
Well, Allen's going to be home
nothing's
early.
Changed there.
That's already getting the clock, so.
4th down and 4 here for Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 32-yard line as the Mustangs look to keep this drive moving. Trips near side for the Mustangs. And I think the Merritt Island moved on that one, on the near receiver.
Yeah, he did, and I think now
that's going to cost them. That was
number
number 8, Deshaun Thomas with the jump. So they get 5 from Eau Gallie, and they give it right back. Not what you want to do if you're the Commodores, or the Mustangs, rather, in that situation. As it's going to be 4th down and 9 once again, right back where we started.
Yeah, now I don't know. It's going to make it that much harder. You had a chance, and not saying you don't have a chance on 4th and 8, but.
Well, I think for Merritt Island right now, they got to. You can't play like you're worried about something or you don't trust your defense. I get Eau Gallie's scoring the ball, but you got to realize it's still the first quarter of this football game. 4th and 9. Hartman looking back to the sideline. Still 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Hartman will trot back over. They only have one more timeout left in this half, mind you, so they got to make sure
they might have to burn
it
it again because they're taking some time here.
And
they do.
They will. No, they're
delay
just going to take the delay.
Right,
now they have to punt.
They're going to bring their punt team in. That might have been by design.
Yeah, this will have to be 4th and 14. So they take the delay a game there. Yeah, we see some comments about it. As I referenced, Chris Kelly, haven't seen him yet tonight for Merritt Island. He had a big game against Satellite. Comes in tonight with 560 yards on the ground and 257 receiving. As that was just as Merritt Island trots out the punt unit here. As this drive was starting to move into Eau Gallie territory, but got stalled out, sent to 4th down. Low snap, boot low, and bouncing down here. Eau Gallie's either got to pick it up or clear out, and they're going to back away from it. That's a good punt by Merritt Island, and that's going to pin Eau Gallie inside the 10-yard line for 1st down and 10. First drive tonight for the Commodores that they aren't starting in perfect field position. And so we'll see if Merritt Island's defense gets the edge down here inside the 10.
Yeah, and I don't mind that decision. I get taking the delay of game, give yourself a little bit more room, and you pin them within the 10, and force them to go the length of the field. You got to put a lot of trust in your defense here. They've scored at ease both of their early drives. However, they had really good field position, so this is going to kind of make them dig a little bit deeper into their playbook. And
2 early touchdowns on the ground for Eau Gallie by Emmanuel Small and Tay Welch. And now they have 1st down and 10 at about their own 7-yard line. Crooms turns, gives up the middle to Delvonte Williams. He's swallowed up quickly by the Merritt Island defensive line. And they've gotten better on some of these plays on first down and second down, but it's been those later downs that, Eau Gallie's been able to pick up these touchdowns on. So
yeah, third down, money down. You got to get off the field. And, you're kind of setting yourself up nicely here. It's 2nd and 8, 2nd and long, 7 maybe.
Second down and about 8 yards here for Eau Gallie. Going to be a handoff right up the middle. Flag on the play here on the run by Delvonte Williams again. First flag we see on the field, or not true, but there's going to be another flag. Another one. There's a little bit going on after the play here.
Well, that's going to back them up even further because the first flag is almost certainly a hold, and now you're going to get something on Sandman, who's having a meltdown out there. He kind of shoved the player after the play. They were tangled up. I'm sure something was said, but, you got to hold your composure. You can't shove the kid on the ground after the whistle, and now you're going to get a live ball and a dead ball foul. They'll walk both of those off half the distance to the goal as well.
So, yeah, we'll see how this all shakes out once the officials figure it all out as well there. But for both these teams, especially getting the playoffs, you got to keep it composed and keep your head on, as there's going to be the hold that we knew was coming. After the play, personal foul on Eau Gallie, which I assume is going to be what's enforced.
Oh, you can enforce both. One was a live ball, one was a dead ball.
So that's going to be even bigger, as seems like Eustis got on the board, so it's 38-7 now in that one over at Richard Dick Blake Stadium. But, yeah, that's going to back up Eau Gallie big time there. And, again, keeping it cool-headed in a game like this is going to be crucial for both teams.
They're keeping them on the field, too, and, something you might want to consider pulling them off for a play, let them cool his jets, and you don't want them to expedite this even further, but who knows?
Second down and long, but luckily for them, it's only half distance to the goal, so it backs them up here back inside their own 5-yard line here for Eau Gallie. It's going to be about a 2nd down and 14 at their own 3-yard line. Crooms standing in the middle of the end zone here, his own end zone. Something to be aware of here, but the thing is, Merritt Island hasn't brought pressure really yet, worth being worried about.
And this is the situation where you might want to.
Yeah. 2nd down and 14 here. Man in motion is Larice. They fake it, give to the near side, trying to turn the corner, cutting back inside. Tay Welch turning on the Jets again, breaking tackles. Tay Welch still running down the sideline. Tay Welch still on his feet. 30, 25, 20, 15. Finally pushed out of bounds. But there is a flag down on the field. So hold your horses on that one, but Tay Welch breaks one big. But the flag down on a play like that 9 times out of 10 is a hold or a block in the back, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think we're going to get a sideline infraction, so if that's the case, it's just going to be a warning, which the play would count.
Yeah.
The corner
it's just a sideline warning, so I think that's just going to be a little slap on the wrist for now, and a big first down for Eau Gallie, and Tay Welch having himself a game already, has a touchdown, and he goes on that one for...
Yeah, corner had an opportunity to make the play right around the 10-yard line, and instead of cutting inside, he went outside and got himself blocked, and that's what sprung Welch free. And, you don't want Welch running down the sidelines like that. They're lucky that he didn't get back in there for 6.
Yeah, that's about a 70, 75-plus yard scamper there by Tay Welch, already over 100 yards tonight. And, he averages 100 yards a game, and he's already hit that in the first quarter. Absolute X factor for that offense, as they're inside the top-notch training red zone. First down and 10. Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 16-yard line. Mari Crooms turns, play fakes, lets one go to the corner of the end zone. It is caught if he holds on to it, and that's going to be touchdown Eau Gallie. As Mari Crooms connects with D.L. Hardison for the 5th time this season for the Eau Gallie Commodores touchdown, and the Commodores are rolling.
Yeah, I was going to say, after a big play like that wouldn't be a bad time to take a shot into the end zone. And sure enough, little play action, get Hardison isolated on a one-on-one coverage. Good throw by Crooms, put it right where Hardison could get it, and great toe tap, hold on to the ball, and Good play all around for the Commodores.
Mari Kroon's been one of those guys this season. You talk about improvement. He's really started to come alive for Eau Gallie later on in this season. And you see it there with a perfectly thrown ball, and Hardison getting the feet down and getting his hands around that football for another Eau Gallie touchdown here in the first quarter as the kick is up. And it is good. And with still 1:19 to go in the first quarter, it's 21-0. Eau Gallie, this game going absolutely nothing like their first meeting. And if Merritt Island doesn't stop it here soon, it's not going to stop.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody back live here at the Brevard Sports Network. I apologize there. Something knocked us off the air there, but we're back and didn't miss anything there as our score still Eau Gallie 21, Merritt Island nothing here. Still 1:11 to go in the first quarter. Only missed the kickoff. Nothing big happened there. And again, I apologize there that we had to jump over, but just got taken off the last stream there, but all is well, and we're back. First down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 45-yard line. As the Mustangs, again, got to get something going. We saw them in the last drive marching down into Eau Gallie territory down inside the 30, but then they ultimately got stopped. Hartman stepping up, pocket collapsing. Hartman using his legs, getting outside. Sean Hartman's going to pick up the first down here for Merritt Island. And, good improvising there by Hartman, and that's going to pick up a Merritt Island first down to start the drive.
Yeah, you certainly need that out of him. Good job directing traffic, saying, hey, go block for me, Ryder. I need to pick up this first down, and he does that. And, again, we didn't see this much in the satellite game, him using his feet, but certainly been a factor here early on.
First down and 10, Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 41. Run right up the middle again is Sean Hartman. And Hartman's going to get slammed down there, and that's going to be 15 yards on Eau Gallie.
Yeah,
and you just can't do it.
Hit him with the old WWF spine breaker.
And Hartman is still down. And you do not want to see that on a play like that.
No, you certainly do not. The flags come in, and he's really been the driving force of your offense here, and it's the last person you want to see. I'm just going to say
that was unnecessary. That's a quarterback.
Yeah,
it's a quarterback run right up the middle.
Well, it was speed option. He had the right read. He took it. You know, they had the pitch snuffed out, and he took it. It's just that's not a football hit.
No.
That's not how you tackle. That's actively trying to. I don't want to say actively trying to injure somebody, but that's actively not committing an act of a football play, and swinging somebody around like that, picking them up and suplexing
dropping
him
on his head.
Yeah, it's just that's exactly what you don't want to do, and the yardage is going to be tacked on. But I mean, if you're Merritt Island, I mean that's okay. Your quarterback's down on the field right now, and you hope that he's able to come back in this game.
Yeah.
But
Hartman has been the catalyst. Really, I think he may be their leading rusher tonight. Not maybe, I think he is.
He certainly
definitely
is.
Their leading passer, obviously, but. Yeah, I hate to see us down. Sean Hartman down on the field for Merritt Island, the sophomore quarterback here after a dangerous play there on that one, and hoping all is well with him. And again, he's being tended to right now as we speak. 53 seconds to go in the first quarter is how we sit at the current moment.
Yeah, you just hope to see him get up and walk off on his own power. But that was a brutal hit.
And he is up, which you love to see. He seems conscious, able. And he's going to get a little bit of help off the field here and show you him right there walking off. And he looks all right, which is exactly what you want to see there. And that'll give Merritt Island 15 yards. They're knocking on the door of the top-notch training red zone here. And, well, this is the opportunity they needed. They're not going to have their quarterback out there, though, but they have Kevin Verpale, who we've seen throw a pass tonight. So for Merritt Island, we'll see what they can do on this drive with some solid field position. Their best they've seen all night here. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. First down and 10. Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 21-yard line.
Kelly's checked into the game as well.
Yep,
Good chance to see him tonight.
Kevin Verpale at quarterback now. They bring a man in motion. It's Tobias Semper. They give him the touch pass. Semper looking for room to run, trying to get around the corner. Nowhere to go. Cuts back inside. Semper squeaks down the sideline. Tobias Semper is in. Touchdown, Merritt Island. as Semper runs it in from 21 yards. Technically going to be a passing touchdown, as it's a little touch pass from Verpale to Tobias Semper for the 21-yard Merritt Island touchdown. And what a way to respond.
Yeah, hell of a run by Semper there. I mean, he looked dead to rights there, kind of a wonky touch pass, and that's why you do the pass in case it does fall to the ground. It's technically an incomplete one, but he was able to wrangle it. It looked like he was going to get pinned there, and he was able to somehow escape and tiptoe down the sidelines, and that's exactly what this Merritt Island offense needed. You're hoping that the momentum can carry over to the defense. And, boy, I hope you're a fan of the over, because we already got 28 total points here in the first quarter.
Here's what I'll say on that one. That's when you got to finish the play if you're Eau Gallie. I think they may have thought he was already out, or they weren't blocking or concealing the edge, and he literally used the width of his body as how much length he had down that little hallway on the sideline. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter, our score 28-7. Eau Gallie, or 21-7. Eau Gallie with the lead, 28 total points in this first quarter. And, yeah, we're in for a shootout here. When first time around, Logan, they combined for 23.
Yeah.
And we got that already.
Already in the first quarter. Yeah, that was wild. I mean, he absolutely pulled a rabbit out of his hat there. And I think they thought he was down. It's like,
yeah,
they're going to make the
thought he was out
tackle.
of
And,
bounds.
yeah, we're fine. And, you know, he's down. We'll go ahead and get ready for the next play. But, no, sir. Semper made a move and popped out of there. And heck of a run. We've seen pretty good offense, pretty big plays, especially in the run game. I know it goes down on the stat sheet as a completed pass, but
Well, it's all the receiver.
yeah, he did all the work. So,
As
and
you see
that's
the
twice they've
Mustang-
had success on that play.
Mustang flag running down the sideline.
There you go, Buster, get in there.
Merritt Island brought the fan base. They stacked that away side. They got the band.
Yep.
And this is also why you gotta love the in-county v. county games. You get the good atmosphere from
It
both
feels like
sides.
a playoff game.
Yeah. Get a score update. Vero Beach leads Heritage 7-3 in the first round playoff game. That is sure to be a good one.
Sounds like the opposite of what we got going on over here.
Yeah. I don't know Vero Beach this season, but I know they typically have a pretty good defense. I know Heritage does.
Well, Vero went undefeated for like 5 straight seasons.
As they go with the little squib kick again, Eau Gallie fields it, trying to reverse the field, cutting back inside, and Merritt Island's going to swarm to the ball there. And it's going to be first down and 10. Eau Gallie, 3 drives offensively, 3 touchdowns for the Commodores. 1 for Emmanuel Small, 1 for Tay Welch, and 1 for D.L. Hardison with a pass by Maury Crooms. And it's going to be first down and 10 Commodores, as we'll see here, and Merritt Island's defense can come up big and make a stop.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're hoping in the touchdown, getting on the scoreboard, still making this a game. You know, I know there's been fireworks on the Eau Gallie offense. It's still only a 2-score game. You're hoping that kind of inspires this defense to bow up a little bit and get your offense back on the field and potentially make this even more of a game.
But yeah, momentum can swing like the tides. As you know, if Merritt Island gets a big stop here, gets a chance to score again, well, then they could feel like they are on a roll. And well, it all comes down to that. First down and 10. Eau Gallie at their own 38-yard line. Man in motion coming across. They fake the give. Crooms lets one go over the top. They want a flag, and there it is, just past the 40s. I think this is going to be possible defensive holding here, is I believe what Eau Gallie would be looking for here, as he was looking right down the seam on a fly route.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He was held straight down the seam route. It was going to be a good enough throw, and they're going to hit him with the pass interference. I don't know if they call it defensive holding in high school. I think they just consider it all pass interference. But regardless, the defensive back certainly interfered with the pass. And, you know, you kind of call that, it's almost like basketball, a good foul. You know, go ahead and take that good foul. You got them to give. I know they're going to get, you know, the yardage here. That very well could have been a touchdown. He was going to run right past that safety.
Yeah. First down and 10 on the pass interference on Merritt Island. First and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 49. At half, Palm Bay leads Titusville 7-3 in the other county v. county matchup in the opening round. As it's going to be a play fake, quick throw to Hardison on a quick curl, and Hardison is going to pick up, I believe, another Eau Gallie first down into Merritt Island territory, as that will finally do it for a long and score-filled opening quarter of the playoffs here from Commodore Stadium. Our score at the break, it is 21-7 Eau Gallie. The Commodores will have first and 10 to the Merritt Island 40 when we come back out for the second quarter of action, as we'll take a momentary break and be back in just a moment for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, everybody, here to the Brevard Sports Network as we get the second set of 12 minutes on the clock, and that first set of 12 went for a good 39 as a very long opening quarter with quite a lot of fireworks on the scoreboard. It's 21-7. Eau Gallie with the lead. We got a score update. Eau Gallie leads Eustis at half 48-7. Coco. Looking pretty good early, I'll say that. And seems like the Tigers will be moving on once again here. And honestly, I don't really see a game that they may struggle in before the state championship, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I was looking at that bracket the other day. I was trying to figure out who they might play in the state championship.
First down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 40. They try and run it, and Merritt Island's defense forces no gain on that one.
Yeah, and this Merritt Island defense has had a pretty good amount of success when Eau Gallie's got Delvonte Williams carrying the ball, and just got to figure out how they can contain the other running back, Latavius Welch. But that's what you want here. Start this set of downs with a no gain.
Second down and 10 for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 40. If people ask about the Rockledge score, have not gotten that one in the chat yet.
16-0. We just got it.
Oh, thank you. Never mind.
Jensen Beach is up.
Oh, boy. Second down and 10. Quick throw out by Crooms, and it's incomplete. Looking for his intended receiver, T.J. Robinson. Incomplete. Now it's third down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 40. And as I said, Merritt Island looking to pick up a big stop.
Yeah, and this is the first time Eau Gallie's faced a third and long like this. And, you know, if you're Merritt Island, you got to hope you can get off the ball or get off the field. Now, I imagine you got two plays to pick up this first down, just depending on, what you do here on third down. But with the way your offense has been moving, and I imagine they play here to maybe not pick up the first, but try and make it a fourth and manageable.
Now you look at that Rockledge game. That's a game in this 3S region. And that's a big one. Rockledge trying to salvage again. Once you hit the playoffs, it's like a new season, and that's what Rockledge trying to do. Third and 10. Crooms drops, lets one go to the near side. It's caught, and we'll see where they mark it. There's a flag down, but it's caught by D.L. Hardison. There's a flag.
You're going to get an illegal man downfield on that.
And right you are. Illegal man downfield on Eau Gallie.
I don't know how that wasn't an interception. It went through the body of the defensive back, Zach Olson.
They had the bodies there.
I thought Olson was going to take that for 6, man. It went right through his hands.
Well, the ineligible man downfield. He's going to just put this right back at third and 10. So Eau Gallie might just want to draw the same thing up. Same situation, third down and 10 for Eau Gallie. The Merritt Island 40-yard line whistles here. And Tyler Murray's going to have
and I think he wants an explanation. Why is this third and 10? Shouldn't it be 5 yards from the line of scrimmage? Shouldn't it be third and 15?
Coach Tyler Murray in his second season here for Merritt Island, taking over for Hurley Brown following their run to the state championship in 2021.
And they are going to move it back to 5 yards.
Oh, good catch by Coach Murray there.
Yeah, I was kind of perplexed by that as well.
Yeah. I thought they were calling it a spot foul or something, but I don't know. Third down and 15 now for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 45. Crooms brings a man in motion. That's Larice. They hand it off, though, to Tay Welch. Welch cuts it, bouncing it outside. Good blocks, but Welch will be wrestled out of bounds. And there's a flag down on the play.
I imagine that's got to be a hold just going by where it's at.
As that one only got 5 yards back, and there's a flag on Eau Gallie here. And that's going to back them up even more if they didn't decline it. It's going to make up third and even longer here for the Commodores. Mainland leads Satellite 21-0. And for Satellite, I mean, no disrespect to that team or their players or their coaches whatsoever, but I don't think, I mean, maybe Eau Gallie, but there's few teams in this county, I mean, Cocoa, but that could really run toe-to-toe with Mainland this year. And Satellite, unfortunately, got that draw in the first round. But congratulations to Satellite, 3 years in a row making the state playoffs after being an independent. But, yeah, going up to play Mainland is just a tough task.
Yeah, at Mainland, too, up there in Daytona, that's a long travel, and not that long, but, I mean, it's still, you're spending some time on the bus. And
as here they end up declining the holding call. So now Merritt Island does get the stop that they needed, and it's going to be 4th and 10. Xavier Larice on the punt.
Pretty good at it, too.
Tracking it back. It's returned by Merritt Island. Cutting back inside, still on his feet. Flag on the play, still moving down the field on the return by Tobias Semper, but there's a flag back at around where that ball was taken by Semper.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a block in the back, I would assume.
Yeah. That's what it tends to be in those situations, and that's what it is on Merritt Island. So that's going to stick them in some uncomfortable field position for sure.
Yeah, you know, you tell your punt return to put your heels at the 10, and anything that goes over your head, let it go into the end zone. You know, you fielded that about the 6, and that's why you tell them that, in case that happens.
It's funny to talk about Xavier Larice, and I listed all the positions he plays. I didn't list punter. But,
yeah, well, now you know.
Now you know. I mean, that's, yeah, I don't know what Larice can't do on the football field.
Oh, he's going to be a menace, too. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean.
So Merritt Island's going to be pinned with some, again, pretty uncomfortable field position. The offense is going to feel a little claustrophobic here as it's going to be 1st down and 10. Merritt Island at their own 3-yard line.
And Hartman's still not on the field. No,
and here's the thing, Eau Gallie can bring pressure at will. You got to be careful here on that offensive line. 1st down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 3-yard line. Handoff right up the middle and into a crowd of people. And that one's going to go nowhere. It's going to bring up 2nd down here for Merritt Island.
It's going to pick you up 1 or 2, and that's fine. That's what you want to do there. Kind of get yourself a little bit more breathing room so your heels aren't at the goal line.
And they do give them about 2 yards here. 2nd down and 8 for Merritt Island at their own 5-yard line. Under 10 minutes to play here in the first half from Commodore Stadium. 2nd down and 8. They're going to bunch it to the near side with 4 receivers here for Merritt Island. As you see them all there, Verpale drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Verpale is going to get hit here and dropped for a sack, but not a big loss there. Luckily, Verpale stepped up.
I think that was designed quarterback draw. We saw them do that against Satellite, but they lined up one of their running backs in and took the snap. I think on that one, it was the same deal. Just kind of make it look like you're going to throw a quick screen and then take off with it, but that was snuffed out pretty good.
Loss of 1, 3rd down and 9 for Merritt Island at their own 4. Score update, Heritage jumps ahead of Vero Beach 10-7. That game is on the Brevard Sports Network. So here it is, 3rd down and 9. Verpale drops back in his own end zone, throws a quick slant. It's caught over the middle by Ryder Veras. Veras still on his feet. And Ryder Veras, I think, is going to pick up a much-needed Merritt Island 1st down on a quick slant from Kevin Verpale.
Yeah, great job by Veras. He was determined to pick up that 1st down. He was originally hit short of it and was able to kind of break that tackle and pick up a couple extra to get you that 1st down. And that's your leading receiver. You want to see if you can get him the ball in a variety of ways as well, and that's a good start.
Again, don't click any links in the chat. They're telling you to go watch Eau Gallie and Merritt Island, and you're watching it right here on the Brevard Sports Network.
It's just kind of a good rule of thumb. Like, just don't click unrecognizable links.
Yeah.
Ever.
1st down and 10. Merritt Island at their own 15-yard line, and we're going to get pre-snap whistles here, and I think some movement.
Dontarius Robinson, the receiver, split out wide. He jumped when the slot went into motion, and that's going to back him up 5.
And back at Merritt Island, back inside to their 10-yard line where they don't want to be stuck. First and 15 Mustangs at their own 10-yard line here with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter of action after a 28-point first quarter, none yet in the second. First and 15 for Merritt Island. Verpale in the shotgun. He drops back, heels to his goal line. Verpale rolls, pocket collapsing, and he's going to throw that one away. Luckily gets it away, and it'll be second down and 15, Merritt Island at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, smart decision, too, to get it out of bounds there. You know, oftentimes in high school you see guys try and throw it away, and they keep it in the field of play, and you don't want that. So good job getting it out of bounds and living to fight another down.
As it's going to be second down and 15, Merritt Island at their own 10-yard line. Verpale drops back to pass, quick hitter to the outside. It is batted and broken up there in coverage, incomplete.
I think that hit Chris Kelly in the hands. He just wasn't able to bring it in.
Now Mainland up 28-0 here over Satellite. And it's going to be third down and 15 for Merritt Island back at their own 10-yard line here. And they've gotten the touchdown. They got the big stop. And now you've got to keep it rolling here and try and get a score on this drive in some way. And I get they've had a rough field position, but you want to keep it rolling if you're Merritt Island. Third and 15. Eau Gallie showing blitz. They bring it. Verpale in his own end zone. Quick slip screen. Chris Kelly. Kelly following his blockers. Cuts back inside. And he's just going to be short of the first down line to gain.
Yeah, it's a well-timed screen to the running back there. You know, you're playing an aggressive defense. It's third and long. They're going to pin their ears back and try and get that pass rush. Well-timed screen, kind of use that aggressiveness against them and turn them into screen bait.
It's going to be about a 4th down and 2 here. And, I mean, yeah, 4th and 2, you think about going for it, but with this field position, there's just no situation where you can realistically do it.
I'd fake it. It's the playoffs. It's 4th and 2. I understand where you're at in the situation.
Well, Devontae Peterson is back to punt, and he has not done that so far tonight whatsoever. But he will now. End over end the punt. Going to be returnable for Larice down the sideline. Xavier Larice will be wrapped up and brought down after a solid return to about the Merritt Island 30-yard line. And with 6:38 to go in the second quarter, still the 21-7 lead for Eau Gallie, and they'll take back over with a great field position. And once again, I'd like to thank our great sponsor, Crickets.
We'll go ahead and do a full read when we get the water break, which we're going to get. Offensively started off hot. It's kind of slowed down. You know who doesn't slow down ever? It's the good food, drinking atmosphere of Crickets. Located in the Northgate Shopping Center off North Wickham Road, Crickets offers everything from darts to billiards to karaoke. Jackson, I'd like to hear you sing some karaoke.
No, you
live
don't.
bands and all the TVs you could want to watch your favorite team play your favorite sport. Daily drink and food specials. For more information, check them out on Facebook or just stop by and say BSN sent you. What is your go-to karaoke song if you had to?
I have no idea.
You got to have one.
I don't.
Come on.
Haven't once crossed my mind, and probably
Unreal. Uncultured. We need to get you out more.
Got to do something that gets the crowd going. Sweet Caroline, maybe.
Sweet Caroline, that's an excellent choice, Jackson. Mine's Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. That really gets the crowd going.
Yeah. First down and 10 for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 32. Great field position courtesy of Xavier Larice. Crooms drops back, quick hitter over the middle. It is caught on the slant and brought down for an Eau Gallie first down. Number 18 on the reception, Makai Biggs. And they're going to move it inside the Crickets red zone. First down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 19-yard line as the Commodores look to squash the momentum that Merritt Island was starting to try and get going. 6:15 to go in the second quarter. People asking about people talk in the background. Well, one of two things. Could be the coaches. We got the coaches up here in the booth or the PA as well. But myself and Logan are the ones that are up in the forefront. First down and 10, handoff of the middle. Delvonte Williams putting his head down, running forward on that one for a solid yardage for first down carry. It's going to be second down and 6 here
You know,
Or 2nd and 5.
kind of figuring out what they're using Delvonte Williams as. He's almost like a battering ram because really, you know, Welch is you know, obviously the speed back, the more playmaker, home run hitter, but they use Welch to really wear down this defense. He's only going to pick up 2, 3, 4 yards, but then you sub in the quick guy, and now you got a defense on your heels going against a track star.
2nd down and 5 here for Eau Gallie. Handoff right up the middle, and that's going to be carried forward for a solid 3 or 4 more, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and short here for Eau Gallie. As we get some score updates, Satellite trails 35-0 to Mainland, and that's interesting for both Eau Gallie and Merritt Island. Whoever wins this game, that's the top seed in the region. So, well, if Eau Gallie or Merritt Island looking at a regional final, that's going to be their most likely target. 3rd down and 1, low snap, turns, gives. Delvonte Williams hitting the backfield.
It's going to be close.
And he kept his legs moving, fell forward, and I think they're going to give him the first. One says yes, one says hold on. And the final by the White Hat is a 1st down and goal here for Eau Gallie. That's the first time either of these teams have seen 1st and goal.
Yeah, you're right. Every touchdown's been kind of
12 yards, 32 yards, 21 yards.
Yeah.
And, yeah. 1st down and goal, Eau Gallie at the 9-yard line. And people asked about the Rockledge score. Our last update at halftime, Rockledge trailed Jensen Beach 16-0. 1st down and goal, Eau Gallie. Emmanuel Small with the carry right up the middle. Small with the burst, and he's in for his 2nd touchdown of the night as Emmanuel Small takes it all the way back to the track. Touchdown, Eau Gallie. I don't even know where he went.
He's
I was trying to find him. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, he's going down Aurora
He's coming
Road.
Back now.
He's going to go to the skating rink over there. That's 2 for him, and on the opening drive, they were kind of in the red zone. They weren't quite in the goal-to-go situation, maybe around the 15 when they handed it off to him. Something to keep in mind, that might be their kind of shorter yardage. Let's split the Red Sea there and bounce through. Because like I was saying, they're using Williams as like kind of that battering ram to kind of blow the defense open. It's been effective so far.
Thing is, it's surprising. Small coming into this game, no touchdowns on the ground. Now he's got his first 2 in a prime time scenario as they're going to go for the extra point here once again. Kick is up, and it looks like it was tipped, and it is no good. So Merritt Island brings the heat on that one and gets to the ball, it looked like. But with 4:06 to go in the 2nd quarter, Eau Gallie jumps ahead 27-7. So Eau Gallie gets back on the board, and after Merritt Island picked up their first stop, the Commodores strike right back to go up by 20. And now we'll see if Merritt Island can respond once again. Which is, again, it's going to be necessary. There's no waiting to the end of these games, really, in the playoffs. You want to keep going toe-to-toe with it, whether you're playing Eau Gallie, whether you're playing Cocoa, whether you're playing Mainland, whether you're playing Satellite, whether you're playing Rockledge. It doesn't matter if you're a higher seed, lower seed. You want to stay close with teams. You don't want to let things get out of hand. And I don't think this 20-point is out of hand for Merritt Island. But they were able to garner some momentum, and now it seems like it may have been given right back.
Yeah, well, the thing is this Eau Gallie offense has kind of been able to do whatever they want. They're building on a strong performance. I mean, last week they scored 50 points, and here they're rolling. And that was kind of a knock on this team earlier on in the season. They're winning games close defensively, and that's fine. You're still winning, but now their offense is kind of hitting its stride at the right time as the playoffs get going.
Kick, bounce, and return here. Merritt Island trying to flip the field, and Eau Gallie's not going to allow that to happen, so they're going to be stuck inside their own 20. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 here for Merritt Island offensively. And yeah, as you said there, that was a knock early, but Eau Gallie's offense has really come around here. They scored 53 against Flagler Palm Coast as well a few weeks back. They've really been able to score some points here down the stretch. I know Merritt Island scored 38 against Satellite. Even in their loss to Eustis, I know they scored a good chunk of points as well. I think it was 20 or 30 there too, so both these teams can score. But the X factor here, I think, and we've seen it so far, Eau Gallie, now their offense is coming around, but their defense was already established as a powerful unit.
Complementary football.
Yeah. 1st down and 10. Merritt Island at their own 17-yard line with 3:55 to go in the 2nd quarter. That's going to be a toss by Verpale on the option. Chris Kelly getting down the sideline. Kelly forced out of bounds on the low hit there by number 5, Jay Latson. And it is going to be a Merritt Island first down on the option, and Kelly picks it up.
I think they've kind of found something exploiting the edge of this defense. You know, on the they've got on the touchdown they ran the jet sweep. They had a big play earlier with the jet sweep, and then they had just a nice little toss sweep there to the tailback, getting to the outside. That's where they've had their most success running the football. It's something to keep tabs on going forward in the rest of this game.
First down and 10 here for Merritt Island at their own 30. It's a give to Semper. Tobias Semper trying to find somewhere to run. Tries to get to the corner, and he'll get pushed out for only a loss of 1 or 2. What could have been a loss of 6 or 7.
Yeah, Brandon Brown absolutely disrupted that play before it even got going. He just shot the gap, destroyed the offensive lineman, and, I mean, he was waiting for that jet sweep when it got there. And, you know, unfortunately for him, I don't know that he gets the tackle for loss there just because, you know, slot receiver is going to be a little bit quicker than a defensive tackle, but he did a good job disrupting that and letting the rest of the defense come rally to it for the tackle for loss.
Bureau jumps back ahead 14-10 over Heritage in a back and forth battle there. Second down and 12 here for Merritt Island at their own 28. Rapale throws over the middle, caught into space, first down and more, trying to get outside. Ryder Varus. The ball comes free. Eau Gallie picks it up. And from a big play by Merritt Island, now Eau Gallie reversing the field. Here goes Eau Gallie. Nearly had a huge swing, and what a play defensively by Eau Gallie. And that fumble recovered by number 17, A.J. Forehand. First down and 10 Commodores. And after a great play over the middle by Varus, rips that ball out right to Forehand. He picks it up and runs it back for a good chunk of yardage. And it's first down and 10 Eau Gallie with a chance to go up big.
Yeah, I don't know who ripped it out, but he did it like a grown man. That ball came flying out of there, bounced right into the hands of Forehand, and he did the rest. But, you know, you get a nice big play like that, you run into a swarm of defenders. You almost just want to drop down at that point and avoid that disaster. But, I mean, that was like, you know, just reached a hand in there, found that ball, and said, I'm getting this thing out one way or another.
First down and 10 now. Eau Gallie with the ball at the Merritt Island 36 as we see the first turnover of the night. A.J. Forehand with a big fumble recovery. Play fake. Crooms throws over the middle. It's caught. And it's hauled in by D.L. Hardison. And that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. Second and 5 here for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 31.
Has Crooms thrown incompletion yet? Yes, there was one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's got one incompletion that we know about. I mean, he's throwing the ball with some confidence. He's really fitting it into some tight windows. They used a little motion to kind of pull the defense out and let that sit route get in there. But, I mean, that's a tough throw, and he makes it.
And it's second down and 5 here for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 31. Crooms gives to Delvonte Williams, who's thrown down in the backfield for a big loss by number 9, Caden Kobe. And, I mean, I don't know what it is. Delvonte Williams is a great back, but it seems like whenever they go to him, Merritt Island just gets through. And Eau Gallie will take their first time out of the half with 1:52 to play. I'd like to thank Orange Pest Control once again.
Yeah, Orange Pest Control uses reduced risk products that are tough on pests, but not your loved ones. They offer free retreatments, so you can feel confident knowing that you have the best service in town. From pest control to termite treatment to bed bug treatment to rodent control and lawn services, Orange Pest Control is the top choice in Brevard County. For more information or a free quote, go ahead and give them a visit at www.goorangepest.com, or for immediate service, give them a call at 321-631-1974.
Thanks to Orange Pest Control and all our great sponsors. I'd also like to thank the FHSAA, sponsor these state playoff games, and thank them for the approval and all they do for these student athletes and all of our sports and all their partners as well. So we thank the FHSAA. And the FHSAA state championships will be held in Tallahassee first weekend of December at Florida A&M University.
Bragg Memorial, they've done an excellent job revamping Bragg Memorial up there at FAMU, and it's a very nice stadium, and they should. The Rattlers are on fire this year, having a really good season up there.
Third down and 10 here for Eau Gallie. Merritt Island trying to pick up a stop. Crooms rolls out, lets one go down the sideline, overthrown. Incomplete. Now it's 4th and 10, and Merritt Island trying to force a punt off of a big fumble recovery.
I think they might, yeah. They're going to scramble the Jets there and put the punt team in. And, you know, I get throwing that pass, trying to pick up the first down there. I just think with the way you've been moving the ball, you could have picked up 4, 5, 6 yards there and made it 4th down a little bit more manageable. But, I mean, you got 27 points up in a half. I mean, you know, how much belly aching can you do?
And it's going to be 4th down and 10, and Eau Gallie is going to send the punt unit out after the big fumble recovery by A.J. Forehand. And back to punt again will be Xavier Larice, which if there's anyone that could fake a punt, Xavier Larice is probably the best punter to do so.
Yeah.
But he's not going to here. He's just going to give it a good boot. It's spiraling down. Merritt Island got to let that go, and they will for a touchback, and they will take it at their own 20-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. They get a lucky break after they fumble it away on a 1st down catch by Ryder Veras, and luckily they'll get it back at their own 20 with really no repercussions besides time coming off the clock. Now, they've saved 1 timeout since the 1st quarter when they used 2 pretty quickly. So Merritt Island has 1 timeout with 1:40 to play at their own 20-yard line. They will get the ball after half as well. So we'll see if they can get anything going here before the half and then maybe after as well.
Yeah, you mentioned it. They get the ball at half. It's super important to try and get points here, you know, going into the half. That way when you get the ball back, try and march down the field and score, and suddenly you got a 1-possession game.
So 1st down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 20 following the Eau Gallie punt. And it's going to be a quick drop. Lets it fly. Verpale has a man open, and it's caught. He's breaking free down the seam. 1st down and more by Merritt Island. Number 8 makes the play. Deshaun Thomas from Kevin Verpale.
Great ball
1st down and
security
10
by Thomas, too. He knew he didn't have the speed to outrun him, but he makes a great play. He's running down the field. Held that thing high and tight, put 2 hands on it as he was going down. You don't want to repeat of the last drive. That's the first time we've seen him throw off of that formation. Usually it's the quarterback draw. I mean, he had 3 options there that were all wide open.
It's a gain of 45, 1st down and 10. Merritt Island, quick throw, going deep, has a man, and it led a little too far, but that one could have been the big score. Looking for Ryder Veras, and it's 2nd down and 10 for Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 35.
This Verpale kid's got a little bit of an arm on him. Looking all right.
Verpale only a freshman, and I'll tell you,
tough ask.
Hartman's going to go out and when he's a senior, and then they're going to have Verpale coming in. These guys are going to be going back and forth here.
Yeah, that's a tough ask to have a freshman come in a playoff game where you're down quite a, not quite a bit, but it's 2-3 possession game. Come in here and try and salvage something, and he's rose to the occasion so far.
It's 2nd down and 10. Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 35. 1:18 to go before the half. Mustangs with 1 timeout to spare. A score update. Titusville jumps ahead of Palm Bay 10-7. As Verpale stands in, throws through the hands of his receiver, incomplete. Had him open on a curl, and it's dropped by Thomas. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 here for Merritt Island. As again, for the Mustangs, you really want to score before the half here. You want to keep it moving. I would say go 4 down territory here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to go back to this quads diamond look here. And that's what got him here in the first place.
Quad, 4 receivers to the near side. 3rd down and 10. Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 35. Verpale drops back to pass. Blitz coming. He lets it go. Quick comeback. Caught. Breaking the tackle down the sideline all the way. No flags. Touchdown, Ryder Veras. From 35 yards out, and Merritt Island gets the strike they needed in a perfect way.
Yeah, they built off that play earlier. When they took the shot to Veras, it was a straight go route. He had one-on-one coverage there on the play previously, and that one made it look like he was going to run the 9 routes right down the sidelines, and he stopped and turned it into a comeback, and good find, good separation, and way to make a play on the defender. That's, you're accountable for that defender. You got to make him miss, and he certainly did. No one around him, and that's exactly what this Merritt Island offense and team needed.
Chase Karpowicz coming on to kick the extra point. Cut this one to a 13-point game. It is up, and it is good. And with 1:03 to go in the first half, our score, Eau Gallie 27, Merritt Island 14 is the Mustangs not going out of this one without a fight. And yeah, I love the play caller. 3rd and 10, you try and get him thinking you're going deep, and he threw the ball right as he was coming back, so the DB doesn't have time to recollect and come get the ball. And then Varus makes that perfect C route to the C curve to the outside, and ditches the DB, and there's nobody between Ryder and the end zone at that point.
Well, I mean, you're in zero coverage, so I mean, you run a good route there, and you make the corner think you're going vertical, and then you're able to stop and create that separation there. I mean, that's you got routed up. That's a good route.
You see the flag going down the sidelines. Mustangs get another score on the board, and they will get the ball after half. For Merritt Island, you can't hate how they're playing. That's Kevin Verpale, I don't know for sure, but possibly his first touchdown pass of his high school career.
Well, technically, the first touchdown was a touchdown pass.
Oh, you're right. So second touchdown pass of the game. Well, was Hartman in at that point?
No.
Oh, all right. So second touchdown pass tonight for Kevin Verpale.
It was the play after Hartman went off.
That is true. Varus with the score that time as they hit the squib here again, bouncing, still going. Eau Gallie chases it down and now trying to turn it back the other way, and Merritt Island swarms on it, and they pin Eau Gallie inside their own 15-yard line with only 56 seconds to play. I think Eau Gallie still has 2 timeouts to go, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 1.
I think they have all 3, don't they?
No, they've taken 1.
Have they?
I know they've taken 1. Yeah, they have 2 left. It's going to be first down and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 15, 56 seconds, 2 timeouts, as I said. And, well, Eau Gallie leading by 13, but Merritt Island has actually rallied. I mean, they've outscored them, 14 to 6 since they were down 21-0. So, Merritt Island's actually been kind of swinging this tide as of late. First down and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 15. Crooms hands off up the middle, trying to break one here, and that's going to be a solid gain and a quick first down by the Commodores and Tay Welch on the ground. First down and 10. As Welch, already over 100 yards tonight, has a touchdown. And they've kind of slowed his usage, but you see right there, explosive again.
Well, he's fresh. Every time he's came into the game, he's been fresh, and he's picking up about 10 yards a carry.
First down and 10, handoff again for Eau Gallie, breaking down the sideline. There goes Tay Welch. Welch in a foot race, and Tay Welch is going to get tripped up down inside the 10 on a touchdown-saving play by Cortland Campbell. 28 seconds to go. And Eau Gallie's going to rush down here inside the 10 on the run by Welch. They'll take their second time out of the half, they being Eau Gallie.
Hey, heck of a job by Campbell to run down there and do the old trip drill and reach your hand out and see if you can make something happen. He certainly did. Save the touchdown there and gives your defense a fighting chance here with only 28 seconds left.
Getting in a foot race with Tay Welch and getting out of it with the tackle is quite impressive, and kudos to Campbell on that one for hunting him down after a 60-yard run. As it's going to be first and goal, though, for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 10 inside the top-notch training red zone. As Eau Gallie has 1 timeout in their back pocket, 28 seconds and 10 yards to go. And for the Commodores, this would be big in erasing that last Merritt Island touchdown and going into the half up 20 or more.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and send one into the end zone here as well. We saw it on the big run earlier by Welch, and they went ahead and took a shot into the end zone. Not much of a shot when you're at the 10-yard line, and see if you can lay one in there and get the score.
3 of their touchdowns on the ground tonight, 1 through the air. Hauled in by D.L. Hardison. As it's going to be first down and goal, Eau Gallie at the 10 following a big run by Tay Welch. Merritt Island trying to substitute, and they're going to take their last time out of the half in order to avoid 5 yards. So out of timeouts now for Merritt Island in the half, 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's 27-14 Eau Gallie. Logan, why don't you tell us about top-notch training?
Yeah, well, we just saw a top-notch run. Let's talk about top-notch training 321. Brevard's newest and top-notch training center, TNT, offers personal training where their customers' one-on-one training plans are designed to meet your specific goals in complete fitness and well-being. Group training, high-intensity group sessions deliver amazing results while you work out with your peers. Support each other while achieving your goals. Athletic custom training regimes designed to help athletes from any sport help build skills and endurance they need to remain competitive. To book an appointment, give them a call at 321-345-1460 or visit topnotchtraining321.com.
Coming out of the Merritt Island timeout, it's going to be first down and goal. Eau Gallie at the 10. 28 seconds to go in the half. Eau Gallie still with one timeout to use if need be. Crooms keeps, throws in the flat. It's caught by Larice. Xavier Larice trying to get around the corner. Still up. He's going to get brought down in bounds. Second and goal coming for Eau Gallie, and they will take their final timeout of the half with 18 seconds ahead of a big second and goal as they try and get Larice outside there. And Merritt Island does a good job of containing him.
Yeah, I was going to say something before they even snapped that. They had Larice lined up in the H. I imagine they were going to run some sort of slip out like that with the play action. That's certainly what they did. Throw was a little behind him, though, and that kind of let the defense get back to him and halt it before the touchdown or allowing him to get out of bounds.
So Eau Gallie takes their last timeout of the half here with 18 seconds to play ahead of a second and goal at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there from Crooms to Larice. And honestly, if I'm Eau Gallie here, I mean,
oh, you got to take shots into the end zone at this point. You don't have any timeouts.
Don't have timeouts.
You can't, I mean, maybe you can run with the way you ran the ball in the goal-to-go situation.
It's a possibility.
Shoot,
if you can get up and spike it.
I'd put Emmanuel Small in there.
Emmanuel Small, Tay Welch.
He's got 2 in this situation.
I mean, yeah, the only thing is then you'd be spiking for fourth down, maybe kicking a field goal at that point.
At best, yeah. I think your best bet is to try and complete some passes.
I would say take a throw here, see how that goes. Maybe run on third and see what you can do. But we'll see what Eau Gallie comes out with here. Second and goal. Commodores at the 6-yard line with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal. Crooms play fake, throwing back out, and it's caught for the Eau Gallie touchdown, the second of the night by the connection of Crooms to D.L. Hardison. Again, for the second time tonight, those two get together for a score. And with only 13 seconds to go before the half, the Commodores sneak one in to go back up by 3 scores.
Crooms showed off the arm strength on that one. I mean, he got D.L. Hardison in the end zone on his own. Hardison stuck his hands up there and caught it. That had so much torque on it, it sent him back into the end zone. Heck of a throw, heck of a find. I love the play fake there, and good route by Hardison. Nice little out route, and good throw for Crooms to find him.
And Eau Gallie not going to bother going for 2 here. They're going to bring out the field goal unit again for the extra point. The last one was tipped. This one goes up and through. And with, again, only 13 seconds to go in the second quarter, Eau Gallie jumps back ahead by 20. Our score, 34-14, Eau Gallie with the lead. And again, right as Merritt Island starts to seem like they're making something happen, Eau Gallie doing a great job of just countering whatever Merritt Island throws at them. Playing a little anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, more or less.
And now Merritt Island's going to get the ball after half, and they'll get it back right here.
I imagine they're going to knee this one out and take it in the half. You don't have any timeouts. Maybe try and take a quick shot and see what happens off of that. But, yeah, when they come out of half, they're going to have to score. I mean, you absolutely need to score coming out of half. That's essential to this operation if you want to stay in this, because Eau Gallie's offense has been humming all game outside of 1 or 2 drives. And, you know, I think it can start getting a little bit more ugly if you don't come out and narrow the gap.
Well, that's
right
the
out of
thing. They've been dancing around this 20, 21 point mark, and they're scoring points, but their defense hasn't kind of correlated with that. When their defense has forced to stop, they haven't scored. When, you know, they haven't forced to stop, then they'll score. But then it's just staying at this mark, which at 20 points, you got to start chipping away in the second half for sure. And 13 seconds to go in the first half still, as Eau Gallie will kick it off here, kick it deep here. And it's going to be run under and returned by Chris Kelly. Kelly trying to find somewhere to go. Kelly trying to reverse field, and he's going to go down inside their own 30-yard line. They're only going to have 5 seconds, no timeouts.
Flag on the field, too. I don't know what it's on, but
yeah, flag down on the play here. So we'll see what this is about before we go ahead with this. And we'll see the call here by the white hat. Blocking the back on Merritt Island. And so that's going to back him up even further. I would expect just a quick knee or something here. And, you know, I'd love to know number 40 is the number kicking for Eau Gallie. And he's not on the roster, so if anyone knows who number 40 is for the Commodores, would love to know. as our roster skips from 34 to 50. So do not have him on the roster, but he's done a good job tonight outside of one kick that was tipped and was no good. But he's made all the rest of the extra points. First down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 20. They'll get the ball after half here. We'll see if they try and go deep here or if they just knee it out or run it out.
Well, they're in that formation they like.
Yeah, I was going to say, they are an empty set.
They are in a too-high safety, but he's kind of 23. The safety's kind of mug in the middle of the
Raphael
field.
drops back, quick hitter, caught on a screen, and now trying to make something happen. And they're going to get the first down, but with time running out, that is not going to matter. And at the end of our first half of action here from Commodore Stadium to open up the playoffs, our score at half, Eau Gallie 34, Merritt Island 14, and, well, quite the shootout, Logan, and I'll admit, did not expect that.
No, high-scoring affair.
As, well, the players aren't done yet.
Yeah, somebody got leveled
Yeah,
by
I saw
Eau
a helmet
Gallie, and a
come
helmet
off.
went flying. And
Eau Gallie's coach is pointing for them to, take it to the sideline, and things still going. Players getting their last words in, wishing them a happy halftime, and taking themselves back to the break. As I think we're the last game in the county, Logan, to hit this break at halftime. 34-14 is the lead for Eau Gallie. Also like to congratulate the Merritt Island Christian Cougars to continue to advance through the 8-man playoffs, going for another state championship here coming up as they knock off Hernando Christian tonight 30-27. They played much earlier. And Hernando is a team they fell to earlier this year, and they came back and beat them in the playoffs. So the Cougars' trip to another state championship is still going on. So congratulations to them, and we'll be back in about 17 minutes for the start of the second half. If there's cheerleaders or anything in half or any performance, you'll see and hear it as long as there's no copyright music. If not, well, then we'll be back in 17 minutes for the start of the second half. Our score is 34-14, Eau Gallie with the lead. Welcome everybody back here live to the Brevard Sports Network in our playoffs. Friday night lights here from Commodore Stadium. I'm Jackson Robb here in our score 34-14 at half as Eau Gallie offensively has really been able to get into rhythm passing with 2 touchdowns rushing for 3, whereas Merritt Island 2 passing touchdowns here without quarterback Sean Hartman in the game as he went down late in the first quarter after a tough play. And hopefully for Merritt Island, we'll see him back here as they'll start with the football down by 20.
I don't see him on the sideline, so I think it's the freshman's game the rest of the way.
New kicker's number 42. Still don't have him on the roster, and it goes straight out of bounds anyway. So Merritt Island's going to take over at their own 35 for first down and 10 for the Mustangs. And they were able to get 2 big touchdowns. Ryder Veras with a big strike before half from 32 yards, but Eau Gallie responded before the half, and then, well, they've just kept it about a 20-point game. They went up 21-0, and since then they've just kind of played keep away with that lead and allowed Merritt Island to get some points on the board, but not enough to, make anything happen. Is they're going to make them re-kick here, which we've seen a few times this year.
Yeah, this is a huge, huge drive coming out of the half from Merritt Island. You've got to get points on the board here. You have got to be able to cut into this lead and make this into a game going into the fourth quarter.
I mean, especially with Eau Gallie missing that 1 extra point, you can make something happen. If you get close enough there to maybe go up by 1 late, so you have an opportunity there, but you got to make it close first. So now Eau Gallie kicking off from the 35, number 42 with the boot, and out of bounds again. Now, unless this is some strategy I'm missing, they struggling to place this one in bounds, and another kick out of bounds. I think Merritt Island might keep making them re-kick this over and over and keep trying to get a return out of it.
Heck, why not?
So now they're back to the 30. And, I mean, this is a new kicker, too. This is number 42. They've had number 40 all day, so.
Oh, we
got a final.
Update.
Titusville sweeps Palm Bay this season. 13-7, they win in the playoffs, so the Terriers and the Cocoa Tigers will be moving on in 2S to the next round. And congratulations to Coach John Holmes in Titusville for knocking off Palm Bay, who knocked them out last season. This one falls in bounds. It'll be returnable for Merritt Island. Chris Kelly down the middle, trying to break free. He'll be brought down after a solid return. And it's going to be first down and 10. For Merritt Island at about their own 45. So after all the kicking out of bounds, they get it back and a good return.
I reckon that's why you make them re-kick. There was a flag that came in late. Right there around the 50-yard line.
I see it
dropped
now.
One out of his pocket.
Flag down on the field. So maybe more for Merritt Island or more for going the other way.
Some must have been said late, and Merritt Island was pretty well off the field. So
There were slight extracurriculars, but didn't
Well, I saw some chippiness going on over here, but I can't imagine the flag would be on that if the flag's thrown over there.
That's all I saw. So I don't know. Refs are having a council about it here. Flags waved off, so I don't know what it will. I don't know what it was for, but they don't keep it. So first down and 10. Merritt Island will take over at their own 45-yard line with solid field position to start the second half. For those asking, this game kicked off at 7:30. So some it seemed like in the state kicked off at 7, some at 7:30. We're not used to the 7:30 kickoffs here in Brevard, but we got a taste of it this week. First down and 10. Merritt Island at their own 45. To start the second half of action. Verpale once again in at quarterback, and I don't know if we're going to see Sean Hartman again tonight.
I think his night's done. It was a tough hit he took, and
just happy that he's all right, and hopefully he'll be back soon for Merritt Island. Verpale on the option play. He's going to keep it. Kevin Verpale up the middle. He'll slide and pick up about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up second down on a solid opening drive play by Verpale.
Good job to slide and save yourself too. You're the second string quarterback, man. Your starter's gone out, and
I mean it's interesting there. They mark it where the slide ended, not where he started it.
Yeah, that is.
So they give him 6. Second and 4 in Eau Gallie territory. Verpale flag. He gets drilled after the whistle there, but there's going to be a false start on Merritt Island to start all that, so Raphael takes the unnecessary hit. I'm not saying that should be a penalty. I don't think he hurt it,
he
but
hit him right when the whistle blew.
yeah, just not. If you're Merritt Island, you wish they would have blown the whistle sooner. So
Yeah,
now it's going to be 2nd and 10.
You don't want your backup taking hits.
2nd and 9, actually, for Merritt Island at their own 46 off the false start. And the late whistle. Raphael in the shotgun. They run the same formation. 4 receivers split to the near side. 1 far is Varus. 2nd and 9 here for Merritt Island at their own 46-yard line. Kevin Raphael drops back to pass. Pocket collapsing, throws in the flat to Chris Kelly. Kelly trying to make something happen. Kelly breaks through, and he's going to be right there and may have gotten the first down on a quick screen from Raphael. And I think they're going to give him first down, Merritt Island, on the screen to Chris Kelly.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. And they've really found something in that quads kind of diamond bunch formation. They've got several plays that they've ran off of that, and that's new. That was a wildcat formation the last time we saw this team against Satellite, and they just ran the ball on like a draw play. But out of here, they've aired it out, and that's where they've had their most success outside of the one jet sweep.
First down and 10, Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 45 now. High snap over the head. Raphael loses it. Eau Gallie's going to pick it up. And for the second time tonight, Eau Gallie gets a fumble recovery. Number 9, Markel Gowans picks it up. And it's first down and 10. Eau Gallie as they pick up their second turnover of the night.
Yeah, and that's drastic if you're Merritt Island. That, it was a bad snap, kind of high and outside, and wasn't able to corral it. And they're lucky that either one of those 2 big defensive linemen for Eau Gallie wasn't able to scoop it up, because we'd be talking about 6. But yeah, they were moving the ball well too, and that's super unfortunate if you're Merritt Island.
Yeah, it was Sandman Thompson and Goins in there, and Goins picks it up, and that, again, the second fumble recovery of the night for Eau Gallie. Their first, they didn't turn into points. We'll see if Merritt Island can get a mandatory, pretty much at this point, stop on this one. First down and 10, Eau Gallie at the stripe of the 50-yard line. Crooms turns, gives to Delvonte Williams. Williams keeping it moving. Delvonte Williams breaks free down the middle of the field. Williams finally gets one to break, and he gets a 30-yard run into the Crickets' red zone. First down and 10, Eau Gallie.
And that's why you keep handing the ball off to Williams. I said it once, I'll say it again. He's like a battering ram, but eventually he's going to grind that defense out enough where an opportunity for him to spring one loose happens, and it came right there.
And dare I say, Logan, we're looking at one of the most, starting to develop to be one of the most well-balanced offenses in Brevard.
I'd agree.
They got a really good running attack, but that passing attack, Crooms is really coming to form here. A handoff right up the gut again. Delvonte Williams breaks the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown, Eau Gallie from 20 yards out. His first of the night, and Eau Gallie makes quick work of 50 yards. And it's a touchdown for the Commodores.
And I'm glad they stuck with him on the carry after the long run, didn't give him a breather, and let him. He earned that one tonight. He's been kind of bottled up here by the Merritt Island defense for the most part, but he's been running tough, picking up hard yards, and he really deserved that one. So.
With 9:52 to go in the second quarter off the Gowans fumble recovery, the Commodores strike again, and they strike first in the second half. And back on to kick the extra point is number 40 for Eau Gallie, trying to put them up by 27. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:52 to go in the third quarter, our score 41-14 in favor of Eau Gallie here. It only took them 2 plays, but the Commodores made it happen for the score, and they lead by their game high of 27 points. And Delvonte Williams.
Hey, change the quarter too.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, cool.
And, yeah, Delvonte Williams, a beneficiary on that one. And he gets it in for the touchdown. And both D.L. Hardison, Mari Crooms, Tay Welch, Emmanuel Small, Delvonte Williams, the 5th different player for Eau Gallie to score here on 6 touchdowns.
And that's impressive, honestly. I mean, I don't care what team you are. If you've got 5 players that are getting in the end zones, a couple of them with multiple, I mean, that shows that you're a well-balanced offense. And we talked about it earlier. This offense is hitting its stride at the right time. Put up big points last week. They're putting up big points this week. 41 already. They had 21 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
You're looking to make a deep playoff run. You've had a good defense all year, but now that your offense is starting to round into shape, And Crooms has looked good with the ball in his hands, throwing it. The run game's been there, and things are coming together right at the perfect time.
And this one going to be returned by Merritt Island, and they tried to strip the ball there, still running down the sideline, and Merritt Island will take over at about their own 40, solid field position here. And well, you look back at this game earlier this season, Logan, and well, first of all, it's 12-11, which combined 23 points. Right now we're at a combined 55. I hope you had the over, metaphorically. And, yeah, this one now, you see the improvement in Eau Gallie's offense. In that game earlier this season, they had two guys over 100 yards, Devontae Williams and Tay Welch on the ground. Mark Crooms completed 2 passes out of 9 attempts in that game. Now, it was a rainy game, but they were so run heavy, and it's respectable with these backs. But now you've seen the passing attack open up with the run game, keep hitting its stride. Eau Gallie looks dangerous, and their defense still looking great, able to limit a Merritt Island team that in a lot of games has been fueled by their offensive performances, and they've held them to 14 here, and playing good defense as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Merritt Island has been able to move the ball on some drives. They were on the last drive before the fumble.
Handoff right up the gut. That's all Eau Gallie's defensive line.
Yeah, and we said it earlier on in the game. That inside run game, it's going to be tough going with the two boulders that they have playing defensive line, and Sandman and Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown today I saw on X, formerly known as Twitter. Brandon Brown got an offer from the University of Michigan. And regardless of what's going on up there, that's huge for him.
No Connor Stallions here tonight.
I don't think so. I haven't seen him. Yeah, and then obviously Sandman committed to Oregon. Second down and 11 here for Merritt Island at their own 39. Verpail to throw. Quick underneath route. It is caught wide open, and he's going to go right up to the sticks, get pushed back, and we'll see where they mark it.
Eau Gallie has the football.
Oh, the ball. There's a flag on the play. Eau Gallie has the ball.
I think they're going to call him down. Forward progress.
Yeah, we got whistles here. Hold on. And there's also a flag down.
There is a flag. We'll check and see what that's on. But Merritt Island has found success in the outside run game on the jet sweep action, kind of the toss, and the underneath crossing patterns. It's a couple times that they've ran that to Varys. They've ran it to Deshaun Thomas earlier as well, and they've had pretty good success doing that. So it's something they need to build on. Like I said earlier, it's not that they haven't been not moving the football. It's just a couple of times they've shot themselves in the foot and given the ball back to Eau Gallie.
Dead ball foul, personal foul on Merritt Island, so that's going to cost them 15. Interesting. No, both coaches were all the way out on the field here. Yeah. Coach Tyler Murray's still out at midfield talking to the ref.
When I was coaching, they really got onto you for that.
I see why.
Oh, you got to think from the ref's perspective.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of here.
And it's a 15-yard penalty, so instead of a possible first down, it's going to be a third down and...
It's still going to be a first.
Oh, it is first. So, yeah, dead ball. You're right.
Yeah,
first down and long.
Spot of the foul.
Well, this is interesting.
Okay. First and 10?
First and 10 for Merritt Island?
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I'm not going to try and decipher it. We'll just roll with it.
First and 10 for Merritt Island at their own 38-yard line. This ends up being a 2-yard penalty. Verpail drops back, pocket collapsing, lets one go under pressure. High ball caught for what should be a first down. He's going to fight back anyway. Ryder Varys high pointing that football. Good throw by Verpail under pressure. First down and 10. And I don't know what just got thrown over here to the sideline, but that was an absolute sling of equipment.
It's a back plate. Where did that come from?
That came from midfield. I saw it fly like a frisbee.
Who threw it?
I don't know.
Shoot, you might want to get
I think it was Eau Gallie.
Quarterback, maybe.
Verpail toss, taken, hit hard, and dropped for no gain. That was Alex Hernandez. No joke, I thought it was Coach Helton's visor from Mainland.
Something set him off, and he sent it all the way back to Brevard. Wouldn't be shocked.
But yeah, so someone's back plate there. But that one actually, they call it no gain on the tackle. Second down and 10 for Merritt Island at their own 49. Second down and 10. Quick throw in the flat on the swing. That's Chris Kelly. Kelly first down. Well, actually, we'll see where he stepped out. They're going to get him the first down as Kelly on the swing pass picks it up, and the Mustangs moving the ball down the field again.
And, you wonder why you didn't really see him in the first quarter. you could have got. He's had a good game since he's been in. They found a variety of ways of getting him the ball and getting Semper the ball, who are their two best playmakers. But earlier on, you could have used him.
We also haven't seen Kasim Ross one time.
That's true.
Who's their second leading rusher, who they used a lot down, on those short yardage situations.
Yeah.
So interesting change of game plan possibly, or maybe an injury since the last time.
It looks like Ross is not dressed out over there on the sideline. He's in street clothes with his jersey, so that's why we didn't see him.
Yep. Still no answer for Kelly. First down and 10 here as Semper, they give the fake to him. Verpail drops, throws high, incomplete. Looking for number 8, Deshaun Thomas, and that's going to bring up.
Yeah, that was a good job to just get the ball out. Josh Roberts was on a blitz there. He went unblocked, and he was going to get absolutely punished if he didn't get rid of that ball. He still did, but at least it wasn't a sack.
As it's going to be second down and 10 for Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 41. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Score up there at the top of your screen, 41-14 Commodores.
And once again, we're seeing Merritt Island have some success offensively, moving the football. It's slow, it's methodical, but it's effective.
And Merritt Island has a strong offense. They really do. Not their defense isn't good, but they've just struggled tonight against a strong Eau Gallie offense.
That was unexpected, really, just seeing this Eau Gallie offense just absolutely hum early on.
Second and 10, Verpail looking deep, has a man. It's underthrown and intercepted. And he's just going to go out of bounds. And the interception there by number 5, Jay Latson, with the third turnover by this Eau Gallie defense as they're starting to take over this game. And Latson undercuts it perfectly. And it's intercepted.
Yeah, and it looked like Semper had a step on him there. That ball just needs to go a little bit further and a little bit more to the inside. And Latson was able to undercut that. That's one of the few. No, he's not a senior. Never mind. Still a veteran move there to undercut that route, go up and get it. And smart to just get out of bounds. Kind of preserve yourself. Game's sort of getting out of hand for you, and you want to preserve yourself for the next round.
As it's going to be first down and 10, Eau Gallie at the 20-yard line here. Midway through the third quarter, they lead big, 41-14. As it's going to be a keeper here by Crooms on the read option. Mari Crooms down the sideline, first down and more, and he'll avoid a hit and just go right out of bounds. First down for the Commodores on the scramble by Mari Crooms.
Yeah, just a zone read. They've been giving the ball up the middle with success, and you lose edge integrity, and Crooms does a good job. He can do that. I mean, he's a heck of an athlete.
Flag comes in right there, and there was a little bit of chatter going on between Eau Gallie and Merritt Island, and I saw it get thrown.
Well, while they sort that out, why don't we do an ad read, huh?
Yeah, talk about crickets.
Let's talk about crickets. I know they have really good wings. Got me thinking about them wings. Cricket Spirit Sports and Food, located in the Northgate Shopping Center off of North Wickham Road. Crickets offers everything from darts to billiards to karaoke to live bands and all the TVs you could want to watch your favorite team play your favorite sport. Daily drink and food specials. For more information, check them out on Facebook or just stop on in and say BSN sent you.
As they call it on sportsmanlike conduct solely on Eau Gallie, so
Okay.
That's going to back them up 15 for first down and 25 here for Eau Gallie back at their own 21-yard line. So that's a big 15-yarder. And for Merritt Island, they'll take it.
Kind of back where you had the ball.
Yeah, it's only 1 yard better than they started. First down and 25 here for Eau Gallie at their own 21-yard line. Mari Crooms and Delvonte Williams in the backfield. Well, now they're moving the chains back again.
Okay. So are they just
First and 10.
Oh, yeah, it's going to go to the original. Well, no. I don't know what's happening.
It seems like they're...
We're going haywire.
First down and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 21. Man in motion, moving back, flag down. It's going to be on Eau Gallie here. So it's a false start on the Commodores, a little bit of early movement. That's going to make it first down and 15. Back to their own 16 unless they move the chains back again for whatever reason. First down and 15 now for the Commodores. Back to their own 16. Started the drive at the 20. Got a big gain, and now they're back at their own 16-yard line. They're going to run the same motion. And Crooms drops back. Lets it go down the middle of the field, and it's overthrown. Had his man looking for D.L. Hardison, his favorite target, with 2 touchdowns tonight. And we got a timeout for the officials. Timeout and a water break here with 6:25 to go in this third quarter. 41-14 Eau Gallie with the lead in the 2nd and 15 coming up.
All right, let's talk about Orange Pest Control. Orange Pest Control was founded all the way back in 2013, 10 years ago, by brothers Jonathan and Jason Robertson, with one simple goal in mind: to protect families from unwanted pests and remove the best pest and provide the best pest control in Brevard County. Orange Pest Control strives to provide the safest, most reliable pest control and lawn care services to all of their neighbors, giving you the relief and peace of mind you deserve. Orange Pest Control has received recognition for their professional services, as in the Expertise Award of Best Pest Control Companies of Melbourne in 2021. For more information or for a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com, or for immediate assistance or service, call them at 321-631-1974.
Thank all of our great sponsors and the FHSAA for bringing you tonight's action and supporting these student athletes in their sports. And the FHSAA State Championships for football will be held on December, first weekend in December, up at Florida A&M. Second down and 15 here for Eau Gallie at their own 16-yard line. As they're going to run it right up the middle here. Delvonte Williams breaks free. Williams, first down and more. Delvonte Williams will get run down from behind, but it's a massive gain. No flags, first down, and a big gain by Delvonte Williams, who's really started to come alive tonight in the second half.
Yeah, and he was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling on that one. Not the fastest player, but he gets in the open field and he can make you hurt, and we've seen that on back-to-back drives now.
And we talk about the great offensive lines. Coco has, but Eau Gallie's got a fantastic offensive line. The holes they're opening up, I mean, you can fit a semi-truck through at this point.
Well, they're big, too. And, you know, Merritt Island's got a pretty darn big offensive line as well. But
yeah,
this Eau Gallie, they're not what they lack in height. They're not super tall, but they're wide. And they just move people out of the way.
That's a great point. Merritt Island's only allowed, I think, 1 sack tonight on one of the best D lines in the county, maybe in the state. So, yeah, 2 great offensive lines going at it. Give credit to the big boys up front. First down and 10 now for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 32, running once again right up the middle. And we got a flag down, and he's going to keep chugging here. Again, it's Delvonte Williams. 140 carries coming into tonight. Quite a hefty workload.
Over 700 yards. I think he probably eclipsed 100 there on that last long run.
Yeah. Tay Welch with 100 carries, over 1,000 yards, the leading rusher in the county. He's over 100 tonight for sure as well. And I believe this is going to be a hold.
I would imagine, just going off where it was thrown.
Rockledge and Jensen Beach tied at 16. So the Rockledge Raiders not going out without a fight this season. After a tough 5-5 regular season, losing in the district championship to Eau Gallie a few weeks ago and falling in the Barbecue Bowl in a shutout last week, the Raiders trying to come back with a new light. And now first down, and seems like about 16 here for Eau Gallie, back to the Merritt Island 40. Drive been riddled with penalties. Crooms steps up to run. Murray Crooms is going to get slung down here after a short gain. And up here in the booth, we hear one of the coaches want him to throw that football downfield.
And somebody
Didn't see
was
it
wide open. It looked like 6. May have been wide open. Dawson Barbero just missed him.
And I think he took his eyes, turned his eyes down a little too quick, about a second too early, and tucked it to run.
Yeah, quick pressure kind of sped up his clock, and he looked to run. But, yeah, he certainly did have a touchdown.
Now second down and 12 for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 35. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. Second down and 12 for Eau Gallie. Crooms brings a man in motion, tosses it to him, cutting back inside. And Merritt Island's going to counter it after a solid gain on second. It's going to bring up third down. On the play to number 18, Makai Biggs. Third down and 8 here for Eau Gallie at the Merritt Island 31.
And this is a big third down for this Merritt Island defense. In back-to-back drives, you turn the ball over. If you kind of halt the scoring here and you're able to get a big stop, maybe I can turn into something, but I just fear that it's getting late early here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We've talked about them starting to hit their stride a little more, but the fact of the matter is they're down by 27. And in a playoff game, especially against an Eau Gallie team, it's starting to – time is not on your side. I know it's still the third quarter, but that's a big deficit to erase. Third down, Crooms has time, throws in the flat, caught wide open, trying to make something happen, stops, hits the brakes. First down and more down the sideline all the way. Touchdown, Eau Gallie. What a play. And the hat trick for Tay Welch on the night, and what a play by Tay Welch for the first down and then the touchdown.
That's a special talent right there. First, he makes the quick stop cut, and he's able to stay on his feet there and just tiptoe the sideline, getting involved in the receiving game too. He's not a one-trick pony, and only a junior. They get another year with him.
Looks like he was going to get brought down just short, and instead he hits the brakes and then hits the gas. And we got Coach Sands taking a timeout, and with 3:08 to go in the third quarter, it's 47-14 pending the extra point. And, well, the people out there that think the running back position's dying, show him his tape.
Yeah, not when you have a top-notch running back. You know what else is top-notch? Top-notch training 321, Brevard's newest and top-notch training center. TNT offers personal training where their custom one-on-one training plans are designed to meet your specific goals for complete fitness and well-being. Group training, high-intensity group sessions deliver amazing results while you work out with your peers. Support each other while achieving your goals. Athletic custom training regimens designed to help athletes from any sport help build skills and endurance they need to remain competitive. To book an appointment, call 321-345-1460 or visit online at topnotchtraining321.com.
And with that, I think Eau Gallie may be going for 2 here. They took the timeout. This would be to go up by 35, which would initiate the running clock. So I think that's what Eau Gallie's going to be looking to do here. Yep, Crooms is on the field. So Eau Gallie's going to go for 2 to try and go up by 35.
And to be fair, I mean, they did miss an extra point earlier on in the game.
Verdict's still out there. I believe it was tipped.
I think it was tipped too, but, you know, regardless, it didn't go in.
Now you're going for 2 to get it back to 35 as Sandman Thompson trots out everybody here as they swing the back around. That's
and I think they're going to go
Juju
with that
Gonzalez.
pass to Larice earlier where they're going to squeak him out of the backfield.
They fake the give. Crooms rolls back. Nowhere to go. Maury Crooms trying to find something. Last ditch heave. High ball. Caught for 2. And what a way to extend the play by Maury Crooms and then hauled in by number, the font, I don't know, I think it's 12, which is DJ Maltzby for 2 more. And with that, that's going to, I believe, initiate a running clock here with 3:08 to go in the third quarter as Eau Gallie jumps ahead by their biggest lead of the night, 35. And with that, I think Merritt Island's efforts are going to run dry here in this one.
Yeah, I mean, once you get a clock, it doesn't stop. You know, it continues. No matter if Merritt Island continues to score and makes this a tie game, it's still going to continue to be a running clock. So, but what a way to extend that play, and what a catch. I mean,
yeah.
He high pointed that, kept his feet in, and good play.
And, you know, with that, as we get the name for number 40, who've been loving, I think it's Jenner Samaya, who's been kicking out there, and they didn't have him out there that time. Thank you for the update there. I think we got emailed a roster that was updated, and I guess they unfortunately left Mr. Jenner off there, but you found it on Max Preps, which is also put in by Eau Gallie, so should be correct. 2:15 and counting to play as the Commodores 50 points in the last game of the season, 49 to start the playoffs. The Commodores' offense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
No, they certainly do not. And like I've said it once, I'll keep saying it. This is the time you want your offense to start hitting its stride.
Now, it wasn't a touchdown, but Maltzby's another player that's gotten in the end zone for some points. 2 more on that one. As here comes the kickoff. And it's going to go out of bounds. Both teams have had trouble with this tonight, and something you got to.
I feel like we've seen that for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
The team's just kind of kicking it out of bounds. We haven't seen a lot of deep kickoffs either. It's a
No.
lot of squib type and pooch kicks and things of that nature. And
I understand maybe if Merritt Island's got a dangerous returner like Kelly or something angling it away, but they're just really hitting it in the same spot over and over
yeah.
at this point. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Merritt Island's just going to take this one from
Yeah.
the 35 in lieu of re-kicking it.
Well, for whatever it's worth here, the running clock, Merritt Island's definitely still got to score here. Score quick, and that's just how it has to be the rest of the way.
Yeah, you know, try and send your seniors out on a high note. I mean,
Absolutely.
Get as many points as you can at this point. And, you know, crazier things have happened, but, you know, time's just going to continue to tick. Really, the only time it's going to stop
What I'll
is a
say for Merritt
timeout.
Island is they got a very young core. You got Sean Hartman's a sophomore. Verpail, this backup we've seen tonight, playing like more than a backup, is a freshman. You know, I mean, Tobias Semper's a junior. They'll have him back.
Chris Kelly as well.
Yep, Chris Kelly. I mean, Merritt Island has a good offense. They'll bring most of them back. The Mustangs don't have really too much to, you know, keep their head hung on besides, you know, just looking on to next season and how they can really do this again. Because I think for a lot of people, they didn't think this team could make the playoffs this year with a young team. And Verpail going deep, has a man, bobbled, and caught by Ryder Veris for the first down.
Yeah, and they're just getting that one-on-one coverage when they go into that situation. Well, didn't see his high safety there, and he's able to get the post. He gets inside of the defensive back, which was Latson, who had the interception on the last drive. And again, they've had chunk plays. They've moved the ball. It's just been, you know, 3 turnovers tonight and one thing or another that's kept them out of the end zone on several occasions.
And that's going to do it for our third quarter here from Commodore Stadium. Our score at the break, Eau Gallie 49, Merritt Island 14. So we'll come back here out of the third quarter break in the action. And the final 12 will go up on the clock here. Most likely we're going to see Eau Gallie moving on here. And I believe they're going to be playing, I'm trying to think of the breakdowns here, how the seeding works. I think they're going to play the 3 and the 6 seed winner, which I don't remember what that matchup is here in the region, because that's the only one without the Brevard County team in it. As Verpail drops back, first down, quick strike. It is caught down the middle of the field. Big hit, and it's going to be picked up by Eau Gallie. And Eau Gallie, they're going to whistle it, and there's a flag on the play here. And I don't know if I agree with that one unless he led with a helmet.
No, first of all, that was a completed pass. That should have been a fumble.
That should be a fumble.
Second
I know
of all,
that for sure. I know it should be a fumble.
Second of all, I don't know. That looked clean to me.
Yeah, I think that was a good play by whoever that Eau Gallie DB was.
I think it was Larice.
Good Lord. Personal foul on Eau Gallie. So I think that's going to negate their fumble and get Merritt Island a first down.
Well, they called it incomplete. So it wasn't a fumble to begin with, which I don't think was correct. He caught the ball, turned upfield.
It was
made
definitely a
football move.
fumble.
I agree. And
Yeah,
I don't agree
I don't
with
like that
the
call. I don't like that call whatsoever. Yeah, it is what it is, but I disagree. But this is where we talked earlier about the coaches on the field. Coach Sands has got to take it back to the sideline at this point.
I mean, he's pleading his case. I mean, rightfully so. I mean,
No, I agree. I would most likely agree with whatever he has to say. You just got to be careful being all the way out there.
Yeah.
And now Merritt Island gets it at the 8-yard line.
Now he's getting animated. Yeah.
For Sands, I mean, I understand. I can't hear him, but I understand what he's saying. But you're up by 35 in the playoffs.
Now here's the discussion they're having. If they did call it a fumble on the field, which I believe it was,
It should have been. Well, they whistled it dead on the return.
That's
though,
the thing,
which is
though.
weird.
So it should even despite the hit, they're calling it incomplete. They're calling it an incomplete pass.
All around, just in my opinion, incorrect. That was a completed pass, a fumble, and shouldn't have been a penalty.
So that's what he's talking about. Now, since it's a incomplete pass,
Oh, so now it backs.
it's going to back them up to the original line of scrimmage. It's not going to be a spot foul.
Okay. Interesting.
And now Murray's just going to get a 15-yarder.
And now Coach Murray's going to get a penalty here,
And he's got to be careful. If he gets another one, he's going to get ejected, and he'll have to sit the first game of next year's season.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously I'm not there. I don't know what Coach Murray said, but I'm not trying to point fingers, but Sands has been doing the same thing. Unless he had, again, if Murray said something specific, that's completely different. But if it's about talking to the officials, they've been doing the same exact thing. So, I'm not out there, but that's all I'm going to say on that.
Now, so because it was a live ball and a dead ball, they're going to have to march this off and then march it back off, which is silly. Instead of just keeping
had a running. I don't know why the clock is stopped unless the officials said it. It should only be.
Yeah, in a situation like this where they're trying to figure out what. Yeah.
So, well, a lot to unpack here, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to be. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where they mark it. I think it might just offset if it's two 15-yarders.
Well, essentially it is gonna offset.
Yeah.
They are running the clock. Essentially it is gonna offset, but because one's a live ball and one's a dead ball, usually they march it off. But I guess I don't know.
So we're back here at the line of scrimmage again. First down and 10. Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 35. Verpale drops back, lets one go. It is
hook and ladder.
Oh, a hook and ladder. Had me faked out. He gets drilled, but it's still a big play for Merritt Island. Yet the cameraman faked out. I was looking the wrong way. And a big play completed and then lateraled to Evan Doherty, an offensive lineman for the big play.
The offensive tackle came out there.
Yeah, I was looking the wrong way, Logan. Thanks for saying hook and ladder because I had the camera going backwards.
He's a guard. He must have pulled out there, and that was what the pull led to. Wow. That's fun.
Hook and ladder by Merritt Island. That's like the second or third one we've seen this year. Verpale drops back in the red zone here, in the TNT red zone. Verpale running for his life. He's going to go down. Ball's out on the ground. And it is a fumble this time, and Merritt Island falls on it. Number 60, Alex Schaefer, falls on it for the Mustangs. It's going to be second down and 12. For Merritt Island at the Eau Gallie 17, 9:20 and counting to play. As the Mustangs trying to get back in the end zone here before it's all said and done. Second and 12, they run the option. Chris Kelly cuts back inside. Kelly around the corner. Chris Kelly still on his feet. And Kelly's going to fight all the way in. Touchdown Merritt Island. As Chris Kelly from 12 yards out makes it happen. Or 17 yards out, rather, as Chris Kelly on the option toss breaks some tackles on the way to the end zone for the score.
Hey, you got to like the determination there. You're down big. You're getting clocked right here. This is going to be your last game of the season, but you're still scrapping and fighting, and, that he could have just as easily went down or went out of bounds, but he kept fighting through it and got into the end zone. And
they're going to go for two.
Yeah, they are. And Kelly, in his own right, is a special talent over there at Merritt Island. I mean, he's one of, if not one of their most dynamic playmakers. Yeah,
Chris Kelly, great asset to that Merritt Island offense they'll have back next year as a senior next season. Junior right now. 8:14 and counting to play. Merritt Island out here to go for two and cut this one down to 27. Verpale brings a man in motion. Verpale going to keep it up the middle, and Kevin Verpale takes it in for two more.
That just kind of parted open. I don't know if that was a design quarterback draw or not, but it was
I
wide
think
open.
it was going to be another option type play.
Yeah,
but he just kept it right up the middle.
Had it.
And with 7:49 to go in the game, it looks like a timeout by Merritt Island. Again, with 7:49 to play in this one. Our score now is Eau Gallie 49, Merritt Island 22.
I can tell you what, Jackson, I know after calling this game and being in the playoffs and finally here afterwards, I could certainly go for a nice cold soda pop and a nice hot plate of wings. And good place to get that is Cricket Spirit Sports and Food, located in the Northgate Shopping Center off North Wickham Road. Crickets offers everything from darts to billiards to karaoke to live bands and all the TVs you could want to watch your favorite sports team play your favorite sport. Daily drink and food specials, and for more information, you can check out their Facebook page or just stop on in and say BSN sent you.
As Merritt Island's going to come back out to kick off, and I'll say Merritt Island's playing a very good Eau Gallie defense tonight, and you can see it. But they scored 22 points, and, you know, I mean, solid way to go out if you're Merritt Island. I mean, that's about what they've averaged on the season, and, you know, they've been able to hit that again.
They've had opportunities, too, to put more points on the board as well. I mean, they've moved the ball, especially here in the second half. They moved the ball really well.
That's where Eau Gallie's defense has come up big time with 3 turnovers.
And now they're lining up for an onside kick, and
they have to.
They're not out of it. I mean, 7:49 left. I mean, it's what?
They need 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns, but it's high school football. Crazy things happen. But it starts. I mean, you got to be perfect at this point. You got to recover every onside kick. You got to score every time you get the ball and do it quickly.
So it's 99.9%.
Yeah.
But you give them the 0.1 and hope.
Now we've seen them recover an onside kick too.
Yeah. When they place it how they want it, right down that sideline, they've been able to do it. So we'll see. Here comes the onside kick by Merritt Island and chips it up, bounces. It takes a good bounce, still out, and I think Eau Gallie got it. But Merritt Island nearly had a shot at that one.
Yeah, that was a good onside kick.
Yeah. They angled it, not necessarily like down the line. They bounced it over the front line. Eau Gallie is going to end up falling on it. That was a little dangerous. I don't know how many timeouts Merritt Island has left. I know they used 1.
2. They got 2 left.
But without that onside kick, I think that may.
That's curtains now, unfortunately. I mean, gave yourself a chance at least, you know.
Well, second straight or third, at least the third straight. That's what I can speak for. That's how long I've been covering high school football. Merritt Island's always been in the playoffs, state championship 2 years ago. So Merritt Island continuing their playoff streak. Congratulations to the Mustang on a hot 6-4 season. Tyler Murray, 2 coaching seasons, 2 playoff appearances. So can't complain if you're Merritt Island. For Eau Gallie, looking dangerous here in the playoffs as a 2 seed. And at 9-1, looking to move on. Now, for Eau Gallie, they still have the starters in the game here. They're going to hand off right at the middle to Tay Welch. And there goes Tay Welch, splitting the seam. Off to the races is Tay Welch for the 4th time tonight. And the 3rd time with his legs, Tay Welch for the touchdown. And, well, what a run. And, I mean, I don't even know if you can see it on stream as much as in person, but he is mighty fast.
He's very fast. He gets into the open field. It's lights out. And that's 4 touchdowns for the young man tonight. 3 rushing, 1 receiving, and have a night, young man.
Leading rusher in Brevard County throughout the regular season with 1,029 yards. And, well, he may take that crown for the playoffs, too, when it's all said and done.
He may be close to 200 yards tonight, to be honest.
I would say he's probably there. 5:50 and counting to play. But now I think if you're Eau Gallie, pull the starters.
Yeah, and I see it in the comments too. Like, yeah, let's pull the starters, and I agree. I mean, let's get some younger guys in. You've moved JV guys up to this point in the season as well. It's also a high school team. Like, how much depth do you truly have? Like,
yeah,
some starters
you can keep
are
some
have to
starters in,
play.
but I mean, like Tay Welch, congratulations,
Oh, yeah,
great
get
run,
him out.
but you don't want him to get hurt
get him
in a
out.
situation like that. Extra point is up, and it is good. And with 5:20 and counting to go in this game, Merritt Eau Gallie, 56 points on the scoreboard as they jump ahead 56-22.
That's back-to-back weeks, scoring 50-plus.
I think this is their most all year, 56. I think this is the highest scoring high school football game I've ever seen since I've been here combined.
That I've seen in person. I mean, I know Coco dropped 70.
Well, yeah, I know that much.
So. But yeah, being in person and witnessing, yeah. Vero knocks out Heritage, according to Gerald Duran.
Is it knocking out?
Or knocking
I don't know
out,
if that went final yet. They started at the same time we did, so I don't know. Well, Terry and Jen Dexter, I agree. Thanks, Crickets, for sponsoring.
I agree as well.
Also like to thank Orange Pest Control and as well as
Top Notch Training.
321. Three of our best new sponsors, along with Natwick Insurance, Best Private Investigations, Florida Air and Plumbing, BlackRock Engineering Technology, and Ashley Westbrook Remax Solutions for supporting us throughout the whole high school football season. And supporting the Brevard Sports Network. So 4 minutes to go is our update with Vero with the lead. So Heritage, our only team in 4S, and one that I thought was capable of winning a state championship, but the one asterisk I think all of us put on it was that strength of schedule and playing their best team all year in the playoffs. And, well, they're getting that tough test. So we'll see.
It's another one that might go out of bounds, and it does. Hope you had the over on the prop of how many kicks would go out of bounds tonight as well.
We're up to probably like 8 or 9.
Well, we had 2 in a row.
Yeah, I know
that's
that.
for sure. I think there were several before that. And
I think Merritt Island's just going to take it to the 35 here.
I would. I mean, what do you know?
So with 3:20 to play, 3:15 now. It's going to be first down and 10 Merritt Island at their own 35-yard line following the kick out of bounds. And for this one, last drive of the season, you're looking at for Merritt Island. Try and get back in the end zone one more time and walk it off the best way possible.
Yeah. And it looks like Eau Gallie is going to empty the bench a little bit. Got some reserve defensive linemen in there.
Shout out some seniors for Merritt Island. Kasim Ross, been a great running back for them. Got guys like Caden Kobe, Max Coleman, Terrence Latner. And they make a big play there, throwing him down for a loss on the carry by Alex Hernandez. Ryan Hunter, Julius Negron, Wyatt Armstrong, Ethan Hernandez, their leading tackler this season with 80 tackles. Evan Darty, who caught the hook and ladder in his final high school game. Gabe Arnold, a great offensive lineman they've had, and a lot of great seniors for them, but a lot of great players that Merritt Island will have back and recharge for next season. 2nd and 11 here for the Mustangs. And it's going to be a run up the middle, and Verpale takes it, slides down after a solid gain. Will bring up 3rd down here with 2 minutes to play. Victory formation, and Heritage is out of the playoffs.
Wow.
Vero Beach knocks him out, so 4S, we're done. Heritage,
Yeah.
first round exit after a 9-1 season. Fast thoughts. I mean, what are we looking at there? Strength of schedule, in my opinion.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, that.
And running again is Verpale. He'll slide down.
You know, I want to go back to what you said about the youth of this Merritt Island team. And go back a couple years ago, they went to a state championship game, and that was before we had Metro and Suburban.
They played Miami.
They went down there and played in Miami, played against Miami Central, who's a state powerhouse, and that team was senior laden. They had a ton of seniors on that team.
And they lost their head coach the next season as well.
And I guess my point is that team was a young team at one point too. And so, you know, I'm not saying, you know, Merritt Island next year is going to go run the table and go to a state championship, but they've got the blueprint.
Another big hit, but a first down for Merritt Island. And that is Semper making the play. Tobias Semper under a minute to play here.
We've got another score update.
Rockledge wins it 19-16, scoring 19 unanswered. And the Rockledge Raiders not done
Still
fighting
alive.
yet.
Still alive.
Rockledge will be playing Daytona Mainland, though, next week. Verpale running, lets one go. Intercepted by Eau Gallie. Still on his feet, still going all the way for a pick 6. And with his 8th of the season, the county leader, and probably half of those are pick 6s, Xavier X-Man Lorice.
I was just thinking, you know, we had an interception earlier, and it wasn't him. Maybe the magnet wore off, and late in the game, you know, kind of a desperation heave, and I get it, but there he is. Can't go a game without one, I suppose.
4th turnover of the night. And Eau Gallie, that's the last play of the game, and the Commodores drop 62 points in tonight's game, and Eau Gallie will be moving on to the next round of the playoffs. Congratulations to the Eau Gallie Commodores here as they knock off Merritt Island 62-22. Congratulations to Merritt Island. Seriously, this team, a lot of coming into the season, didn't know what this team was going to do. They came out at 6-4 and made the playoffs, and had a great season. Congratulations to all their seniors. And, well, they got a lot of young guys coming back, and we'll see Merritt Island next season probably heading back to the playoffs again. For Eau Gallie, they'll be gearing up for the next round of the playoffs, and they are looking dangerous. Logan, 62 points tonight. Can't be overlooked, and they'll be ready for the next round as the Commodores looking like this may be their year.
And 56 offensively as well. I mean, earlier on in the season, if you told me this team was going to be capable of hanging 50 in back-to-back weeks offensively and then 60 in the playoffs, I would have called you crazy. But this team's 9-1. Their one loss coming to a team that in all likelihood is going to win state championship. This team is humming at the right time, and they're poised to go on a run.
I'd like to thank all our sponsors again. You get Crickets, go check them out on 1492 North Wickham Road and the Northgate Shopping Center. Call them at 321-242-9280. Also like to thank Orange Pest Control. You can see them online at goorangepest.com or call them at 321-631-1974. And lastly, but definitely not least, Top Notch Training 321. You can book by appointment at 321-345-1460 or online at topnotchtraining321.com. Thanks everyone for tuning in and supporting the Brevard Sports Network. Well, the playoffs are here, and Brevard is still kicking, and the Eau Gallie Commodores will be moving on to the next round. And for Merritt Island, that will be it for their season. As final score, Eau Gallie 62, Merritt Island 22. We will have the post-game show coming up from the BSN Melbourne studio. So keep it on Brevard Sports Network to hear our thoughts on the opening round of the playoffs for Brevard County teams. For everyone from Merritt Island, for Eau Gallie, for Logan Pettit, I'm Jackson Rom for the Brevard Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody, and keep it a sports night, and happy Veterans Day.